gonna start recording now.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, that's what I plan to eliminate the class. Let's play
As
some D&D,
usual.
boys.
Hello, future me.
Okay. When last we left the crew of the Blight's Gamble. Wait, whose turn is it? Recap.
Thing is kings.
Oh,
it's
it
yours.
is? Oh wait, no, it's
Kings.
Comet, then it's me, then it's then it's King, then it's Yorg, right?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah, and you
I
did
thought
the
it went
fancy Ricky
me.
one last time, so it's
Yeah. So yeah, it should be.
So wait, it is my week?
Wait, what?
No, it should be Yorg.
Y'all
Yeah,
know.
because King always wants to go last.
Yeah.
So it's Yorg this time.
Those who
I
are
thought
last
Yorg
shall
was
be
the
first.
one.
I
thought it
don't
was.
remember.
Well, no, I didn't. I thought Yorg. Okay, so I know Violet did the last one, but the one before that I thought Yorg did, because that was the one we wanted him to do the drugs episode, right? Or no, did you?
You
do
know
the drugs
what? No,
episode?
he's right. York did the one before you, Violet.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
you
right.
came
So
back.
it is King. Yeah.
So it is King, and then next week it's mine.
You know
Oh.
who hasn't taken a turn?
John.
I think John stopped doing the recaps a long time ago.
specifically. Oh no, I
We're
like.
pulling all the way
I
in this
like
campaign,
ensuring
John.
I know what you think happened from your perspective.
Which is a clever excuse of saying he doesn't want to do it, so he makes us. do it.
Also, I don't want to kill my voice, so yeah, go for
All
it.
right, go King.
Oh, let's see what. When last we left are definitely not heroes after last week. Let's see. Congratulations, you have killed my memory. What did we do?
Stole boat. The end.
And just like that, the recap is done.
That's the one where y'all had all the
No.
nice conversations with Brovik and Brutus and stuff.
It was a nice episode. It was an
I
emotional.
believe there was a
And then
tiny
it ended.
crocodile, you know.
Then
Yeah.
it ended and we stole a ship.
I killed like 6 dwarves.
You did. It's
I
kind of
did.
crazy.
It's weird
Dude,
because I've been contemplating how Robin's mental state is going to be,
Is that a
which
hate
is
crime?
always fun. I mean, you said Brovik wouldn't care.
And just like
Alright,
that,
alright.
viewers, just like that, viewers, I've manipulated them into telling everybody what happened for me.
Fuck.
No,
Well, I guess
no.
I'm trying to think
You
if
have
there's
to
anything
do it.
out
You
of
have to
character.
do
I
it.
mean, we kind of already said pretty much everything that happened. It's not in super good detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't get as much done.
No, we didn't get much
Well,
done.
that.
You
well,
know
from-
what? If we remember something, we'll say it.
From a
Oh, I'm
physical
But for
standpoint,
now,
yeah.
Yeah, that worked.
as far as I remember, you are sailing away from Bag Island, lavish paradise in tow, sailing your way. Well, you hadn't actually set a course for anywhere other than away from Beachcomber. And I think at this point, we ended with everybody just going to sleep.
Yes.
So, Brovik and Brutus, get rid of another point of exhaustion.
How many you got left?
How
We
many
have
do you
two.
It
left?
should be down to 3 or 2.
Okay. Alrighty then. As the morning comes to fruition, after the interesting, you could call it a heist of the last night, the morning is yours.
Does Nixie wake me up?
Now,
Fuck. Alright.
Well, I think our plan last week, because this I do remember, was since there was nobody aboard the other ship, we're going to just kind of come to a stop and just give it a quick look over.
Yep. And then we're gonna decide whether to sink it or just leave it stranded or whatever.
As we get on the ship and go look through everything, obviously I'm doing my magical sweep.
alright, I need someone to helm an investigation check.
And I'll do it.
What's your
Sure,
bonus?
go for it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Or wait, someone else could give advantage of the assist.
Yeah, I got +5 in investigation. I can help you.
I got a 16.
Yeah, you do that. I got nothing.
All right, a 16. Let me check.
Do you roll with advantage or no?
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, okay. With advantage, it is a dirty 20.
Nice.
All right. You make your way throughout the various decks and cabins of the boat, and it is a very lavish boat. And it is a bit smaller than the Blight's Gamble. And as you search across, there's not a ridiculous number of objects that aren't necessarily related to sailing or things that you have easy access to on your own ship already. The main things that stick out to you is you do eventually find a couple of basically chests, wardrobes, those kinds of things in the captain's quarters. And you find one set of studded leather armor.
Oh.
What used to be-
Robin at the side that says, "Oh, fucking course."
There's 2 light crossbows.
Oh.
I will
There
take
looks to
those.
be a couple of healer's kits, too.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
6
really?
vials of antitoxin. 2 basic potions of healing.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
A small strong box, once you take some time and get it open, does contain 4,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
And there's a small slip of paper that I shall send to you, should I be able to find it.
All right. I'm gonna start an item list in the back of my notebook. I'm just gonna be. Is everyone cool with me being the party inventory keeper?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I need...
Quick question: are you gonna take that studded leather armor?
It does the exact same thing as my new magical armor that I just spent 1,000 gold on. Because of fucking
think I'll take
course
that.
I did. Oh, interesting. That will go well with your
Depends.
new
Let me
Kratos.
check my AC.
That will go great with your
Remember,
new
you
Kratos
don't get your
skin.
unarmored defense ability if
Yeah.
you put that on.
Yeah, that will. I'm just checking. I'm saying maybe. I'm checking if it would make
Yeah.
enough of a difference to make it worth it.
All right. 1 second, John. I'm going to ask you to list that off in a second, but I just need to grab those.
Okay. Let's, wait, where's my mouse? There's my mouse.
Inventory.
I'm gonna drag that onto the screen so the viewers can see it. Okay.
Oh yes, that shall be the same.
I'm gonna read that. Wolgar. Within the next couple days, Dralion will likely contact you to set up a voyage. Take his offer. He is attempting to recover a large sum of money. As soon as the money is in your possession, kill him. It is in the form of real estate deeds and promissory notes, so do not feel tempted to run off without holding up your end of our bargain. If you return the deeds to us, we are willing to compensate you up to 20% of the acquired funds, as well as whatever Dralion pays you to make the voyage. As usual, your discretion is appreciated.
Do we know who Dralion is?
I think that was the
He
rich
was
dude.
the captain. Yeah, he's the captain of the boat.
Well, actually, he wasn't the captain. He was just a rich guy who
was
was
the owner.
kind of in charge of the journey.
Okay.
Oh,
Who the hell is
okay.
Olger?
Yeah, never mind. I'm not taking
Maybe
the
an
studded leather.
info. Maybe an info
Wasn't
guy.
it, Never mind. I think it was.
The name at the bottom is Garrett as well.
So, John, remind me. We have the healing potion that we got back in that island that we crashed on. That was just a normal healing potion.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So how are we going to divvy this up? Because I feel that this stuff
1
probably...
second.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
right.
Also, I am going to ask to take some shit from Brovik because I feel like if he may leave, even though I don't know that, I should probably keep track of all of our important shit. Okay, so we had 1 healing pot, and we got 2 more from this place.
Yeah.
Right,
Healer's
so,
kit. There's a difference.
didn't you say healing potions too, or no?
Yeah, I thought
I
you said
did. There's 2 healing potions and 2 healer's kits.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
have
okay.
3 healing.
Sorry, when you said healing pot, you made me think of that Legend Trinity thing from the last campaign.
uh,
That was not healing pot.
no. Let's see.
Oh no. Not again.
Let's see. I'm just not gonna. Is there anyone on our ship that uses like arrow, like is like specialized in It's not gonna matter. Never mind. Let's see. Three potions, 3 zone candle, large fish skull, which Brovik has, the 1 bracer of archery.
Wait. So
DM, can you like maybe put those magic item that all those items that we got in handouts, so I can write them down real quick.
So did you abduct all of the magic
I did
items?
ask them for, except for the whale skull, because I know you attuned to that. So I did ask for all the magic items that you did have, though, because I wanted to put them in a safe place where you can divvy them out and be, you know.
Yeah, that's fine since my notebook is now destroyed
By the way, if someone does take these, please write it down in your inventory because I will erase it from the party inventory.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
I've been not worried about it so much, but if you don't have something written down, you don't have it. Because
I like
I
having
certainly
things.
will not remember who has it.
I like having things. So
Leather armor.
I do like having things.
I love things.
Things.
Let's see. Da-da-da.
In the meantime, what course is the ship sailing?
still making for Olo.
Okay. You kind of have to turn it around a little bit because away from Beachcomber in a straight direction is kind of the opposite way, but you're not very far, so you can turn it about and begin the journey towards Olo.
Alright. I think this is everything. Okay. In terms of everything that is worth noting that we got from the Crash Island and Magical Resources and from this boat right here, not including the gold, because I immediately put the 4,000 into the party fund and we can divvy out that later. We have the Candle of Zone of Truth, the Healing Pot, we have 3 of them, 2 Healer's Kit, a Haste Potion, a Bracer of Archery that does not work because we don't have the other one, Studded Leather Armor, 2 Light Crossbows, 6 Antitox Vials, 4 crossbows bolts that are +1, and 6 arrows that are +1, and that is all of the important, quote-unquote important stuff that we have.
Yeah, real quick, John, would I recognize any of the their names on that?
Sorry?
On the letter.
The name, so Dralian is Albrecht Dralian, the rich man who you recently talked to. Wolgar is not a name you're familiar with. However, there was a well-dressed dwarf who hopped overboard earlier, and this was found in the captain's quarters.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh boy. Okay, that's nice.
So, okay, I gotta reread that. Dralian Rich Dude will likely contact you to set up a voyage, take his offer. He is attempting to recover a large sum of money. I guess that's the ship that he lost. As soon as the money is in your possession, kill him.
Oh, so this guy was basically going to go...
Guys, this means... Guys, the fact that Dralian was alive at Beachcomber means that this money's still out there.
It does.
Yeah.
And apparently 4,000 gold is not a lot of money in comparison to this.
Brovik, I go to...
You do remember the other day, it's been a little bit, but the other day he was telling, I believe, Bro Rich was the term we used to refer to him,
Yes.
all about his ship he had lost while it was in transit with deeds and notes worth in the area of 100,000 gold pieces.
Right. and we literally killed every single lead.
We did.
You guys, we saved his life
Well,
until
no,
we
hold
shot
on a
him with
second.
the
I asked
crossbow.
Brovik, did he mention where they said they may have found the ship off of, or did he kind of just skip over that detail?
I think he kind of skipped over it.
I'm pretty sure he was there to find out where it was,
Well,
to
shit.
get a lead.
We killed everyone on that crew. Oh no.
On the bright side, there's no one else who's looking for it now.
Do you know where? do you know where he is, or like where he came from? Maybe that can like
Where
the guy
Who?
came from Dralian. Do you know where he came from? Like where he's from?
I'm guessing he came from Anvil.
Anvil. That's an interesting place. If they maybe stole it from Anvil, then it might be. This is just a total guess that I have no basis on, but it might be off the coast, northwest of Shock Isle, because that's kind of a general area where, like, that's where Anvil's direction is. So maybe if they were coming back this way, they might be there. But also, we don't really know how long ago this thing was stolen. You know. All right. Anyways,
Takes a sip of his morning ale.
all
He's
right.
still in his dad robe.
So I categorize everything down. Does anyone want anything in specific? Because I'm gonna take some stuff from this thing.
Well, right off the bat, I am going to specify that I'm going to hold on to the note, since I've kind of held on to most of that kind of documented stuff.
I was assuming so. So
I bought a couple of potions of healing at Plank's Landing, so I don't want any of that. I do think we should all get at least one vial of antitoxin, though.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask for one.
Since there's
Alright.
enough to divvy it up, I think we should divvy it up.
there are 6, so that leaves us with 2 left for open use.
Maybe we should give one to Sandara, because she is the medic. She might have need of it.
Yeah, that's right. I'll give. I feel like then we're gonna forget about it.
That's true. So let's just leave it in the party,
Alright.
overall
Yeah.
inventory,
So-
and when we need it, we'll just
Yeah, we
take
know
it out.
we know to come and get it.
Everyone, write down bottle of antitoxin.
That I will do.
I will see if I can find it in D&D Beyond. There actually is. Bottle of antitoxin. I am going to take 1 bottle of the healing potion because I don't have that. Does Sandar already have a healing kit?
You know what? That's an excellent question.
Because if not, I will totally give her that shit.
She fucking better.
It's a job.
Healing.
It is her job.
2.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to give her a backup, anyways.
That's
Oh
a good
my
point.
god.
Oh my
Wow,
god. All I hear him goes, yeah.
We're
Okay,
babysitting
yeah.
my sister's dog. Oh, we're babysitting my sister's dog.
Oh, okay. That's acceptable.
I am going to take one of these light crossbows, just, in case, even though I have the last. And I also, John, is there just like a dagger that I can find in the ship?
It's not the best, but it'll do.
Okay, I get rid of that stupid hand axe that I have -1 to hit. And I add a dagger.
I think you
Wait,
should keep the hand axe.
Why did I
personally.
even cut the ropes? I could have just untied them and it wouldn't have. Idiot.
That's an excellent point, actually.
It's like when it's like when someone insults you and you can't think of anything, and then an hour later you think of a really good comeback. You're like, "Fuck, I should have used them."
Or like the day after when you're in the shower and you're going over
Exactly.
the argument.
Yeah. It's like, shit, I did have a point. All right.
Oh, we need to go have a shower.
I take the crossbow. I grab a dagger. 2 on files. Except I'm the only one who's actually. Yeah, I'll take the 4 crossbow plus 1 crossbow bolts. Why not? Some crossbow bolts. The bolt. Get already cross cap lock. Only one, so it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Where is it?
Yeah.
Plus 1. That's an equal sign.
All right.
Alright. I'm done.
Well, everyone is apparently silently working things out.
So that's most of everything. We saw that. I think we'll just keep the candle zone of truth for us back up. The healing potions. I grabbed one. Does anyone want some more healing potions?
You know what? I'll take one.
All right,
That's a
one
good
up.
idea, because you
Is-
almost
Does
died a
that
lot.
work for you, Brutus?
Yeah. Sorry, what?
Brutus, does potions of healing actually help?
Wait, what?
They are
read-
at half efficiency unless I consume something, but I can just consume something real quick and then it'll be
That's
fine.
true. Okay.
There's also that potion of haste.
So
but I feel like we should have that planned if we're going to use it because it's very
yeah.
valuable.
Yeah.
So
Who's holding on
that
to-
potion of healing.
If there's something you don't divvy up, you do need to decide who's holding it at the moment.
Right.
I thought we had. Can we
So that
just
potion
not-
of healing is 2d4, I think.
I think a normal pot is. Let me check.
Should be 2D4.
Beyond.
2d4.
2d4 plus 4, right?
So it's
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2, right?
Yeah, 2.
Thanks.
Yep. Is there not a place that we can store some of this stuff on the ship?
I mean, I guess you could. You'd stick it in captain's quarters.
I mean,
Yeah, we have
I
Harrigan
can just hold it.
lockboxes.
But, yeah, we have some lock boxes. All right, with that out of the way, I think there's nothing else we need to divvy out. Except, actually, I'm going to ask if I could borrow 50 gold for pocket change just while I'm out.
I mean, I say we
Because I got 1 platinum, 2 silver.
No,
I ain't
that's-
buying anything. For
that's 4,000 gold pieces.
We have 8,364 gold pieces.
I think we
After adding that,
should put I think we should put 3 into the fund, and we should give the crew maybe 2 extra gold pieces for that day, and then divvy up the rest amongst ourselves.
I'm
'Cause
going to have to think about how that math works.
One of the things, it makes sense if you're going to put your life on the line as a pirate. You need to get paid a little bit more than just, hey, we're sailing today, and sailing today happens to entail
All right.
life or death. That
So-
they need a bump.
There's 1,000
Crew is
gold
currently
left.
at 25 capacity.
Yeah. Also, so that leaves us with 1,000 gold. So do each of us get 250 for use? Hold on.
What?
We have 1,000 gold left, and if we're dividing it amongst ourselves, that's 250, right?
You should have more than 1,000 gold left.
Well, no. Didn't you say we'll put 3,000 towards the
Gold we
fund?
just got the 4,000. We take out 3.
yeah, so that'll
And
leave
then we
1,000
add-
divided by 4,
Ah,
2,500 each.
Because we had 4,360.
Or sorry, 250 each.
Yeah, 250, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone put 250 gold. Man, math. Math is fun.
Yep.
Alright, everyone put...
Today is a slow day.
Well, we got a bunch of loot, and we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. Artemis, let's set sail to Olo.
Yep.
Well, hold on. What are we doing with the
Good question. Are we bringing the ship along with us or no?
Can we
So
kind
here's
of?
the deal with this other ship.
All right.
carry the trip to Olo would be about 2 weeks. With this ship behind, it is going to become a 4-week journey. Okay. And the other thing is that you're not entirely supplied for a 4-week journey. You were easily supplied for a 2-week journey. You were close to a 4-week journey. Usually, a 4-week journey you'd still be okay with the number of supplies you have because you'd have a cook fishing off the side and acquiring.
We don't have a cook anymore.
But you don't have a cook anymore. So that could prove a
How do I keep forgetting that? Just don't have a cook.
Boy, I'm gonna.
We have Jimothy.
Oh boy.
No.
Okay.
Okay, how
Is there
much
any?
can we estimate the value of the ship? Because I
Um,
imagine it's worth more than an open top rowboat.
let's see. It's worth more than a rowboat, yeah.
Because that's basically what the other one was a
We got
giant
like
rowboat.
what 1,000 gold for that last one.
We got 5,000 gold for the last
Oh
one.
right, we did get 5,000.
This one's an actual ship.
This
Yeah,
isn't
and it's
shit.
quite. It's pretty boat.
But we gotta think, man. I
used
can
to be
create
crazy.
water, but I can't create food.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm not that kind of cleric.
Okay.
Or
So,
warlock.
who here has been to Olo before?
I haven't been to Olo,
I'm pretty
but
sure I have.
Okay. So,
I know a
With
little
your-
bit about it.
okay. So with you two's knowledge, would you know if there's a place where we could potentially sell a boat?
Easily.
I mean-
Olo is known for actually having probably the second biggest seaport. After it typically goes Plank's Landing, Olo, Hell Harbor.
All right.
Okay. So there we could fetch a pretty price. I feel like if we sort of put a little bit of effort into fishing and keeping and like making sure that we feed our crew decently, like not amazingly, but decently at least, then we could sort of half-ass the journey and sell the boats, and we could, keep most of the crew. Some of them will probably walk off because
Well-
they'll get fed up.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. When we're thinking about it, we have now over 7,000 gold in our bank account, essentially. And that's enough to pay for a crew for at least a couple of months, and that's not even telling what kind of other shenanigans or money-making things that we're going to get up to along the way in that 2 months. So we're kind
Yeah,
of
that's fair,
stacked for
that's
money
fair.
right now, and we don't really need too much, and I don't know a lot about Olo, so I'm not sure if I'd be able to find a magic shop, and we're also about to head to a place called Raptor Island in the Isle of Dread.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So I think,
I was just
how
suggesting
about
it,
this?
like-
We'll guesstimate how much the ship costs, and then if we think it's
Mhm.
not worth taking, I'll
burn and
either
sink.
that or maybe because there's not cargo on the ship, but maybe there's some resources that we could sell for general trades at Olo that we could go.
So
Right,
this
like-
Yeah, that's a
ship
good point, yeah.
is comparable in value to the last one you sold. However, it is a bit better because of its presentation and its general aesthetics. However, Olo tends to have a little bit more of a markup than Plank's Landing does. So it may end up evening out. You may end up getting a little bit more. You're not sure.
I don't know. If it's only for a little bit more, and with already the 4,000 gold, I say we just grab the resources and sink it.
Yeah, it's fair.
I would agree. Yeah, and you said that there was
I can tell
ward-
you right now, you're probably not going to be able to sell off. The general supplies that are already on board that ship are not going to be enough to sell for any substantial amount.
Yeah, can we take
Hey.
the food off of that ship?
Is this a ship?
There isn't food
Alright.
particularly on board that
Well,
ship because they hadn't yet resupplied it.
Well, still, that's extra supplies for our ship, and we get We get more rope. Who doesn't want more rope?
Yo, we need more
We can-
50 feet.
and I mean,
Yeah, at this point, everyone has 100 feet of hemp rope on them at all times.
yes, that's just
You look at our
I'll
ship, you
add
just
that
see
to my
one
sheet, I
guy.
guess.
This is canon to ordnance.
Just see-
All right. Yeah,
So-
I guess unless anyone has any other sayings, I guess we can just sink it.
Yeah, just get a little bit of the general supplies that, like, the normal stuff, just to bolster our own, even though we don't really need it. And you said he had, like, wardrobes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is there extra wardrobes on there?
There's a couple. The
Would I-
clothing is
Yeah. Wouldn't fit me.
it's on the nicer end, but it is made for dwarf. For a
Yeah.
dwarf, yes.
Oh,
I guess I'll just have to.
Oh boy, he's going back home in
Could
style,
dress quite
boys.
nicely for the next few days.
yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just have to hope there's something in Olo for me to change it.
Do you want the clothes? Because you better sweep in, because Artemis is about to burn them.
I mean, there's nothing big enough for me to wear.
No. He was asking Brovik.
Yeah.
Still.
yeah.
Still.
I'll say I'll take the clothes, and if you don't burn them, I'll tell you about Garrett.
Garrett?
All right. Yeah, that's a good deal. Okay. Now, do we want to just cut it loose and let it drift, or do you want to
Nah,
sink
we
it?
don't want another. We don't know. I mean, remember what happened with us? We got picked up by dwarves by accident. Some other pirates that could be our enemies could steal this motherfucker and come after us. We ain't taking no chances.
We're burning it to the. We're burning it to the.
Burning
bottom.
it to
burning
the
it, yep.
ground!
All right. Yeah.
If
all right.
I may be so bold to ask, let me burn it.
Artemis is going to reach up and put a hand on your shoulder, and she's going to nod. She's going to gesture broadly towards it.
Awesome. Okay. So, can I have like...
Cover.
Sorry, what was that?
I said everybody get cover.
Take cover!
I'm assuming that someone's gonna give me like something to set a flame, like maybe a
I mean,
torch or
yeah, let's
something.
just take a crossbow bolt or not like a ballista bolt or like
You
the
can
magnet
find a
Oh, yeah, that's
torch
a good
or a
point.
lantern or something.
and just set shit on fire
Yeah.
and a hook.
I'm assuming that we have like the little boats on the side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a bunch of flammable stuff. I'm gonna put it near the mast. Just amass it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna set that on fire. And I'm gonna jump off of the side and swim into the boats.
Nice.
Right, you got that ring of swimming.
I do, yeah.
As the crew of the Blights Gamble continues their streak of lighting boats on fire, you light it
Yes!
and begin swimming your way.
We shall
towards
be
the
infamous
boat.
for burning boats.
We're
Can we-
pyromaniacs.
Do we watch it sink below the waves?
As you sail away, you watch it slowly begin to take on water and then keel over and sink beneath the waves with a bubbling motion. And it's a good thing no one was near there because they would have been sucked under as well.
Nice.
I don't know what someone.
Fire.
All right, guys.
You like to imagine that maybe you bumped some fish people on the head on the way down.
Hey, that, you
Guys.
stupid schwaggins.
we're
Yeah,
we're
pirates.
we're developing a style.
We are.
Oh
And I
yeah.
like it so far.
As
All right.
all fifth level wizards. So, I'd like to talk to Artemis.
Okay.
Oh, why did my screen go dark?
In private, or
Anybody's welcome to come in.
okay? Because you'd probably find her up on the captain's deck.
I walk by eating an apple like an asshole.
You're gonna eavesdrop.
No, I don't. I just walk by eating an apple like an asshole.
Okay.
You know how bad guy? You know how bad guys always eat apples for some reason? Just no reason.
Wait. Ever,
Killing all those dwarves changed.
Why is
didn't
that
it?
a theme? That is a theme.
I don't
Why
know.
is that the theme?
dude, it's because the apple is related to sin because of the Bible.
Oh, yeah, forbidden fruit. I did not think about that.
But it wasn't.
Yeah,
an
I guess that would
apple.
be it. Anyways, let's
Anyway,
Right, it was a pear.
Yeah, but everyone calls it an apple. Let's move on.
All right,
Okay.
Artemis. I told you I'd tell you about Garrett. Can I see that letter?
Yeah, she digs around for a minute and gives it to you. She is listening intently.
All right. So I don't know anybody else in this here letter, but I do know Garrett. Well, the Garretts. It's a family, a very rich family. Uh, Potentially corrupt. Very potentially corrupt. Straight from Anvil. Like fantasy level douchebags, right? Probably kick a baby if they cried in their general direction. Those kind of assholes.
Oh. You can imagine Artemis blinking.
Okay. But I think if Garrett put it up to put a Wedgar, if that was his name, Olgar. I can't read. Wow. That might be a problem. Rich and powerful, they get around. Just thought I'd let you know about Garrett, because came up, and I want to be of some use in case I leave in a few days.
Alright, Artemis is, she's listening. She's gonna kind of tilt her head a little bit inquisitively towards the end there, but at the end she just kind of nods and gives you a little pat on the shoulder. She's getting better at that kind of stuff. But it's still awkward.
Improving.
It's still awkward. But
Oh
less awkward.
god, she's
She's learning.
socializing.
Oh god. I just thought I'd let you know, and I'll give her back the letter and head back into my chambers.
You just spent all your time there. Okay. Okay.
Alright. So your journey to Olo. 2 weeks. Straight sailing. Should be a straight shot as far as you remember. Devil Blacker is in between, but those of you who have a bit of experience know that skirting the edge, at least so far, hasn't been a danger. As you begin sailing, it's going to be 14 days. I'm not going to make you roll 14
Thank you.
d8. That would be incredibly tedious.
Thank you.
Alright,
Let me
so
see.
4, 5.
Lord, no, please. No.
The first day of sailing goes by relatively uneventfully. The crew is still getting settled back in. At some point on the second day, Robin, you're looking out over the edge of the water, facing forward, like you do. You typically have a small portion of the day reserved for heroic posing near the front of the boat.
Yes, of course. I gotta have the wind get my good side.
When something hits you on the head,
Ow!
it's wet and slimy, and you watch as a
Ah.
fish lands on the deck next to you.
Ah!
And there's
Ow,
just a
my
little
face.
sound from behind. And slowly returning to visibility is a soaking wet, rather seemingly ticked off little fairy.
Ooh.
Oh no.
She's back, man.
Yeah, hold on a second, I forgot to open voice bot before this. But, what I will say, before I can delay as long as possible, so voice mod has time to set up, she does look a little bit different than last time we saw her.
Oh?
Still probably mostly blue, but maybe a little bit of a slightly greener tint to it. Her hands and feet are now webbed.
Oh.
Her arms and back calves are finned.
Okay.
Her, as well as her wings, are just a little bit more. How do you say? A little
Fin-like?
bit more fin-like, yeah. And that her hair. She does a new hair get up. It's a big bun in the back, like a very big bun in the back on the top of the head, and she's got some bangs now. Her dress is like more of a seaweed wrap with a little leather belt around it, holding her small little poker that's poisoned. And she is infuriated looking as she always is. She says,
3 fucking days it took me to get back here. I spent 15 minutes getting that fish just to slap on your face. You absolute imbecile.
Where have you been for the past couple days? I've just been...
Robin, I swear to God, if you say another word, I will shove my poker straight through your eye.
Alright then. Okay.
Yeah, and
Nixie just flies off and just does her own thing again. And Robin's like, I don't know if it's a good thing that she's back or a bad thing. Alright.
Very.
Alright.
Robin does have a couple things that he wanted to do over this 2-week period,
Okay.
if I may. Obviously, the whole sign language thing, which he's gonna still keep on,
Still
and
probably not going to make a huge amount of
Usually.
progress over this time, but
little by little.
little by little, yes.
Robin,
going to class.
eventually at some point, I'm not gonna roleplay it because it'll take too long, but Nixie is going to tell Robin to try and take a look at that book again, but with various quips and insults thrown at him. Just imagine it. Not really
examples.
understanding it. Robin is going to find a secluded place where, like maybe at night or something, and he's going to attempt to read the book again, even though he doesn't really know why. And he spends like a couple minutes. He opens the book, and then he sees a word that he remembers Brutus saying. So then he takes a piece of paper out and he writes that down. And then he flips through the book again, and then he sees another word that has like a similar sound to it. So then he takes that and he writes it down. And he keeps going through the book, and page after page, and seeing words and words that he kind of is remembering and has a feeling that he might know what it means. So he keeps flipping and flipping and flipping, and just the words are going through his head. And 10 minutes go by, and I cast Comprehend Languages,
Interesting.
which means I now should be able to read the book.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Alright, go time. First roll of the night. Pretty good, but I'm gonna use luck because I feel like I should. That's better by a lot. 22.
22. Alright.
17 plus 5.
As you flip through, you
Oh.
find the same general information as before on various Baylors and, you know, in general, the 3 things that were mentioned, the biology, sociology, and ecology of Baylor species. Yes. And as you look through, you find the same list Brovik found of various Baylors. It speaks of Kardum, the ancient being that tends to create Baylors, and then it gives the list of the various ones that were at least last known to be in existence and working, and who they served under their general roles, that kind of thing. It's surprisingly up-to-date information. The main thing you notice this time around that you might not have picked up on before is inscribed on the inside of the front cover. There is a small set of markings that just says Volume 12 of the Black Scrolls of Om.
The Black Scrolls of Om? Like A-U-M?
A-H-M.
A-H-M. Okay.
Prayer. Meditation
Yeah.
noise.
The Black Scrolls of and this is volume 12.
Yes.
Does this seem to maybe be the author?
Could be.
The Black Scrolls of saying both his name and confusion at the same time.
Suddenly, a portal rips into space-time continuum.
It's like, I need my book back. It's late.
Out comes Cardam himself, and he just slaps you across the face, and you're instantly melted into a pile of boiling mass and flesh.
Oh no, I turned into a gibbering mouth, or dang you, polymorph wand. That's a different reference. Scrolls of Alright. I keep note of that. And then I put that in my back, and also, just because I know I don't think the spell is gonna last forever, I'm gonna take some interesting parts that I find out of it and just kind of scroll it down on like a... like I've probably got like a personal notebook that I stick stuff in, so I'll just roll it right there.
You pull out a bit of a notebook and start scribbling on it. You look back a couple of times, do it. You finish a page, and you look back and realize that you have written utter gibberish.
I can't translate it. Oh, how fun.
It's not even an abyssal. It's just meaningless.
I cast detect magic.
You look about. There's a source of magic, slight, emanating from the book.
Can I
There's
detect...
a small ping coming out from the front of the boat where Sandara is. A little bit from the captain's quarters where you have things stored, and something you're not familiar with coming from below decks.
Something I'm not familiar with?
Something you haven't picked up on before.
First, can I know what kind of, type of magic the book is emanating? I have a feeling I know what it is, but still just for funsies.
Let's see. This would fall under... It's actually emanating both... You know what? Let me check something real fast. I want to make sure.
Because
tell
I
you
have a
the right
feeling
thing.
it's abjuration, but if it's two, then I don't know what the other one is.
Evocation. Fireball.
I'm gonna put the name in my main notes.
No,
That
that
seems
can't
like-
be important.
That
no.
seems like an important name. I
Nah.
You're overreacting.
should-
The book is actually emanating transmutation magic.
Transmutation?
Yes.
As in changing one thing to another?
That's one use of it, yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess that's how the book keeps up to date.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I take that note down.
Actually, looking around, other than the stuff from the captain's quarters, all of the bits you're getting are all transmutation magic.
Even the one that I don't recognize.
Yep.
Guys,
Alright,
the boat's changing.
Can I at least write down the word without it being in weird scripture?
Seems like you can.
Alright, I'll write that down as just with a question mark right next to it. Patron question mark. And then I'm going to, with my other spell slot that I have that day, cast invisibility and go check out what that other magical source I don't recognize is.
Alright. As you shut the book, you could swear you see something just rush past you, behind you, out of the corner of your eye. You turn
Is it
around, look, not seeing anything.
Oh,
Is
no.
Detect Magic still up?
It is.
Did I notice anything with that or no?
No.
I checked my body. Is anything different? Did anyone steal anything from me?
Not that you can tell.
What a weird day. First Nixie comes back? No, that's okay. Well, I go look for the new transmutation thing that I don't know.
Alright. You go downstairs, and eventually you find the source.
I am
Yeah.
invisible, by the way.
A medium-sized dwarf. You recognize this one. Barrack. It's
This the one that beat up
emanating
Dave?
from a small satchel he had. Yes, this is the one that beat up Dave.
Ah.
It's emanating from a small satchel that he has around his waist. And he is currently on one side, while Jimothy is on the other, of the front end of a very burnt cow. And they're attempting to extricate it from the kitchen oven.
I cut out during that whole explanation. I cut out during that whole explanation. Please tell me what it was.
The dwarf who beat up Dave and Jimothy are currently working to pull a cow out of the
Oh my god. I go around another corner, undo invisibility, kind of regret that I wasted that spell slot, and go back out and like, what the hell?
Timothy turns and looks back. It was an accident. I promise. It was supposed to. The kid got it stuck in here. I think the kid was hungry. Either way, we're gonna have a hell of a time getting it back out of here.
Interesting.
It's all clogged up. I think the whole back end of the cow's done incinerated itself and clogged up the whole oven.
What have they done?
First we lose the chef, and now this. Jimothy, did you do this?
The big guy told me to do it. It seemed like a good idea. I didn't think this would happen. I
You
was
stuck a cow
not
in the
actually
oven and your
really hungry,
conscious
but he
didn't
told
take
me I was
place?
hungry. It wasn't supposed to get stuck, and
It's
he told me I needed to
You
eat
stuck
more.
the rear
and-
ass of a bull in an oven and you didn't think it would get stuck.
Look, I've never cooked this before. I expected to just close it up in there and come back in like 3 hours and find like ribs or something. I don't know how this works.
Bless Timothy. Bless
Oh, he's
this-
too innocent. I'm kicking him off the boat.
Can I make an insight check to see if he actually did this?
It's so dumb.
Or is it obvious that he
seems
did it?
genuine.
Yeah, and also I'm pretty sure there's no way a 15-year-old could get a full-ass cow into the oven. I mean, probably with enough muscle, baby, but not Jimothy.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Wait.
I came... Wait, what? You're not
Brutus,
here.
Brutus bought all of those cows to feed his crocodile.
Yeah, I gave one to Jimothy, remember?
And now there's no crocodiles. We can eat like kings if he'll let us.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, he
No,
should
no,
ask.
I- We'll go grab someone to go help with this in a second, but I came down here for another reason. What was the dwarf's name again?
Derek.
Beric. It come to my attention that you may have something of magical importance on you.
I got some good eyes on you, I see. Yeah, I went and picked something up while I was out on the town. Old friend of mine.
Oh, interesting. I'm not going to take it for you or anything. I just am curious what it is. I'm kind of, as being, I have to keep track of everything.
Now, you know what I did before I came and joined your crew. This isn't the first ship I've been on. I was on board a ship full of dwarves. We sailed all around. It's called the Boldbeard's Pride. Sailed around on it for quite a while, and it got left behind. The captain died. I was pretty lucky to escape myself, but it was a very nice ship. So while I was in Beachcomber, I took the opportunity to buy back off of my friend an enchanted map that leads back to its location. I was looking to see if I couldn't pawn it off on somebody here in exchange for a game of dice or something.
Interesting, a map. And it holds on to the location of the ship that crashed?
It didn't crash, technically, I suppose. It's just free floating in the Underdark somewhere.
The Underdark?
Yes, we sailed through it quite often.
Do I know what the Underdark is?
Make a This would actually be a nature check.
Nature check. Oh, fantastic. It's not the best, but it's a 13. I don't need to know what it is, but have I heard of it?
You've heard of it.
Alright. Underdog. I've heard of the thing. It's like...
It's like a really, really big cave.
Interesting. Big cave. I'll keep that in mind. Do you know... So that map leads it to you, and you said you wanted to try and get it off someone with dice, right?
Well, the goal was to put it up in a friendly game of gambling, see if I couldn't make myself a profit.
I might take you up on that later, but first I'm going to go grab, I want to grab
You
Brutus.
find like a crowbar or something. It's
Yeah,
pretty well
I'll go get
hidden
some
there.
help, right? I'll be right back, yeah. I go find a crowbar and some help that's not Brutus, and I go I get like 3 crewmates.
Excuse you.
Frank
do I
sighs and heaves a crowbar. Make a perception check.
Me?
No.
That's
Wow, oh. Never mind.
that's a 22.
Alright, yeah, you see Robin come up, grab Frank and a couple of these stronger looking crew members, and head down into the kitchen.
I will follow curiously.
Oh, this is gold.
Alright, Robin, you get the 3 other guys down there, and Brutus, you catch up pretty quickly as you probably between all of you could get it out. It's going to take a while.
I'm
and
just
you
gonna
get
watch.
that the cow has in some ways fused with the inside of the oven in some
Oh,
places, and you
no!
may
Oh my
have some
God.
issues using it in the future.
So
Fuck.
this cow's basically made of
So-
cheese.
Oh my god.
In
So,
many ways, yes.
Oh,
Brutus...
At least
In
the
one
closer to
move.
the oven you get, the whole front half is still sticking out of the oven onto like the kitchen floor.
Brutus
and
can
it's-
never,
in
ever
rotting condition.
interact with that oven again.
Brutus in one move basically destroyed our entire food supplies in terms of utensils and ability.
I didn't even mean to.
Brutus isn't allowed in the kitchen.
no,
Fuck.
it's not.
You might
It's
need to
not.
start putting restrictions.
Last time
as
I
far
did
as-
that, I accidentally invented HR. I'm not letting that happen again.
Well, I didn't say on the whole crew. I just said Brutus.
Are
as
you
far
gonna
as helping
listen
them-
to him?
You'll have to find out. As far as actually helping them take the cow out, I'm just gonna watch.
Brutus, not that I don't think your staring is helpful, but a little extra physical work would be much appreciated in this situation. Here.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a strength.
Thank you.
Don't I actually have disadvantage on abilities still? I have 2
Oh,
exhaustion.
No,
Oh,
Not anymore?
No,
no,
you,
you
suck,
still
dude.
do.
Okay, gotcha. I heard yep as nope.
Leslie, no.
That would be just straight strength or athletics.
This would just be strength.
Okay, yeah, that's 15.
Average.
15.
Pretty good.
Over the course of about an hour, with a lot of taking crowbars and chipping away bits around the edge,
Ugh.
eventually you pull the front of the cow forward, and there's a very wet sound as the cow just bisects. And the now you are holding half a cow.
So wait, the other half is still stuck in there?
The other half is still lodged in the oven.
Oh my god, what have I done?
Y'all have more
How
work
did
to
he
work
get it
with.
in there in the first place?
I don't know.
You know, it took a lot of pushing. I assumed that the whole thing would fit. It looked bigger from outside.
No, it
It's
didn't.
a cow.
I've never seen a cow before.
Brutus,
I grew up on the coast.
Robin, in the most blatant imitation of Artemis, is facepalming so hard right now.
Brutus is just gonna
We've been
start eating the
stopping
top
from-
half of the cow.
What?
Oh, it's like several days old and rotting.
What? No, it's only like 2 days old. Calm down.
That's several days when it
I don't
comes to
have any
meat.
spells that can help with this.
That's a couple of days. It's not several yet.
It's raw
Just
meat.
the
All right, well,
you don't have dislodge stuck cow? I think that's a 3rd level spell.
I have third level. I just didn't decide to take it up.
Brovik will just.
I think by the end of this, we're
No, he's just perusing the ship, and then he walks into the kitchen, looks in, eyes go up, leaves. Not a word.
Well, I know what Jimisty's next punishment's going to be for the next couple of days. All right. Well, I kind of skipped that in the status report when I go to Artemis next. Because, dear God, how did we get a cow stuck in an oven and we can't get it out again?
Oh boy. Well, you're gonna find her the same place she spends most of her time. She's up there kind of running through some strike maneuvers.
Cool.
Seems to be moving a little faster than normal
I am going... Oh, interesting.
to
Cool.
attacks,
Well,
baby.
Yeah. Well, I tasked Imishi with getting the rest of this cow out. And other than that,
The next couple of days, he's gonna
yeah,
be
pretty
slowly
much. That's his punishment.
chiseling incinerated cow bits out of. It's not gonna
Yeah.
be pleasant.
All right,
And then,
Chiseling a fine stone.
yeah. And
Oh.
I wanted to do one more thing over the next couple weeks, and I don't want to take too much up time, so I just wanted to, at some point, approach Triss and ask if she could teach me how to use a rapier.
oh,
Because I'm pretty sure rapier is a martial weapon, and I don't have proficiency to that, but it is dex.
You want
she-
me to
Just
do
a bird.
what?
I mean,
A rapier?
yeah.
You do not know how to use one.
I mean, I know how to use weapons
I thought
in
this
general.
one, just like in the cutlass, we just slash. It's not that hard.
I'm not, yeah, but I've never needed to, and I've always been kind of in the back when it comes to combat. But Artemis said that I should be prepared just in case, and yeah, last time I did with a weapon, it didn't go so well. So I would just like a little bit of, I don't know, extra oomph on how to use it.
Then I can get you started, but if you're not
I think,
entirely familiar yet, I would wait a little bit before rushing headfirst into anyone who actually knows their way around a sword.
well, yeah, exactly. It's why it's kind of like a last resort because I stay in the back.
Alright. And she begins showing you the basics of swordplay. It could be a little bit before you entirely get a handle and become proficient with it, but if you continue practicing,
Yeah.
you'll be able to get the hang of it.
All right,
eventually.
cool. And with that, I am done with all my shit, and I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
yeah.
all right. I feel like we could do another roll for like the next few days, and then the next person can say what they were doing for the whole week.
That is actually a surprisingly good system that I kind of wish I had thought of now. Alright.
Biggest
Let's
brain.
Well, Brutus is known for his intelligence.
Actually, he's
I know
known
my
for-
left from right.
Actually, he's just known for fucking ruining our goddamn oven.
Alright.
The second time wasn't even intentional. Not that the first time was.
He's just not
After
allowed in the kitchen.
a while, You're looking at probably, let's see. You're looking at probably your 4th day of travel now. Oh, you know what? Let me move a little ship, dude.
Ship, dude.
As you're making your way through the strait, you're making your way past Quint. You do eventually come upon. You see a. Goodness, I swear I am messed up, Jack. There's a call from the crow's nest as what appears to be Ratline at this exact moment shouts, "Ship-ho! Ship-ho!"
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Well, I guess we're on deck to go see what the hell it is.
Oh yeah.
You can see a little bit to the west of you in the direction you're currently heading. There's a column of smoke that seems to be rising up into the sky. There's not really any land nearby, so it looks like there is a ship that's burning.
But we haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah.
That's our job.
How far away is it?
Yeah, what the fuck? Who's stealing our style?
At the moment, it's about 2 miles, but you're closing in on it pretty fast.
I'm gonna look at it through my
mean-
spyglass as we approach. Can I make out anything else?
What you're actually looking at seems to be 2 ships. There's
Oh.
there's a typical pirate sailing ship that seems to be under the name Vorsfang. And that's the ship that's on fire. And pulled up next to it is a ship flying solar colors under the name Famished
shit.
Main. And you can see what appear to be some Marines wearing imperial white and yellow colors currently tying up pirates and tossing them below decks on the burning pirate brig.
All right.
Oh, shit.
How big is that
great.
boat? How big is the solar boat?
Yeah.
Only about looks to be about the same level as your own.
And it's okay. So compared to the solar, okay. So is the boat that's on fire more northern or more southern than the solar boat?
It is northern at the moment, but they're kind of
All right.
hooked up together at the
So
moment.
okay. Considering they took down that ship, I am going to suggest to my captain,
The Vorsfang is
Alright.
slightly smaller than your own ship. It's the solar ship that's about the same size.
I still don't think we want to fight with the Solarians.
Do they appear to have taken a good hit during the, I assume, battle themselves?
You can't make out specifics from this far away.
Okay.
If
Not
we
even
do
with
want
the
to
spyglass?
avoid them, what we probably could do is go around, it's starboard side. That's right, right?
Side.
Starboard side. Anyway, right
Star-
side. We could go.
Starboard is right. Yeah, and port
Okay,
is left.
starboard side. Port's left. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, we can head around the starboard side and maybe use the smoke as a cover for us, so they don't see us. If we do want to avoid them, I'm saying.
I kind of want to.
At this point, you can see the sun is beginning to set in in the western direction. Because the sun sets in the west. I'm not an idiot. This is information that I know.
Of course.
I really
I
don't.
think I'm gonna have to. For once, I think I'm gonna have to agree with feminine links.
Fuck off. Alright? My legs are not. I swear to God, if there's a clothing shop in Oil, I'm gonna buy the baggiest pants that they have.
Oh wow.
At Brovik's comments, Brutus just gives him a high five.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
It'd be-
I'm gonna wait till we get a little closer to make a call, because reasons that I have not yet
Yeah.
divulged.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep in that direction, but we're gonna kind of make sure that we can pass them with like 100 feet at least
Okay.
to the side of them, and we are going to pass them on their starboard or the right.
Yeah.
Alright.
When we get
As
close
you-
enough,
Yes.
When we get close enough, I'll ask Nixie to go invisible and send her in and give me some information back.
All right.
Also-
As you're getting closer. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Also-
Since with this kind of situation, I'm going to go ahead and give orders to make sure that the ballista and the mangonel are both loaded and ready to fire.
All right.
Just yeah.
As you begin getting closer,
Okay.
you can see the solar ship, the Famished Main. It's a little bit banged up. There's some holes in the sails. The hull has a couple of dents in it, but it doesn't look like it's in danger of falling apart anytime soon. It looks like, as opposed to the weapon setup you have on your boat, it has a smaller ballista affixed in each of the four corners that appear to be able to swivel about. As you send Nixie over, Robin, it seems that at the moment there appear to be 6 of these Imperial Marines currently forcing the pirates from the Vorsfang below decks.
Okay. And how many people look to be on the boat itself? Like, how many manning it?
Those are the ones you see above decks, kind of operating. There appears to be an individual at the helm of the Famished Main, but she's actually not wearing armor and doesn't have any visible weapons. Doesn't appear to be a martial combatant.
All right. I'll translate that through myself and then to Artemis.
So there's a total of 7 Imperials that we can see.
And yeah, I remember what happened with the dwarf ship. There was a couple more beneath hand, so ship of that size, I mean, probably gonna have a couple more people manning it.
I think this is just another thing to slow us down.
And
Yeah.
so we are within. How close are
You're
we to
probably approaching a mile at this point.
a mile? Okay.
I mean,
We're gonna pass them by.
Okay.
But we are gonna take a pot shot as we pass them by. Just 'cause
No.
yes.
This is a terrible idea.
No idea. Okay,
So
I know
we're
you're the
gonna-
captain and all, but I strongly advise against not doing this.
All right, Artemis is gonna swing around and just glare at you.
I mean,
She's gonna point at the Imperial ship. She's gonna slowly draw a hand across her throat.
okay, but if this goes badly, I get to say I told you so.
She acquiesces that as a very reasonable thing to claim.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So, what's the range on your weapon?
Say again, you broke up.
What is the range on your weapon?
You broke up again.
What's
The range of
on
our
bow?
weapons.
Range on our weapons. The ballista is up to 480 feet, and the mangonel is up to 800 feet.
All right. So, how close are you willing to get?
Let's say 700. I just want to get a couple of pot shots off with the mangonel. That's it.
Okay.
Maybe give those
The
pirates a
wind is
chance.
currently-
The boat's on fire, and you know how that goes with us.
Yeah. So,
All right. As you begin pointing the ship in that direction, you're closing in a little bit. The Famished Main currently has sails furled, and it's grappled together with the other ship. As you approach, you line up the mangonel. We're probably saying that word wrong now that I think about it, but I'm
Whatever.
not going
I
with that.
don't care.
You set it up, and you fire it in such a way that it falls in an arc. What specifically are you aiming it at?
The mainmast.
Good
Alright.
idea.
You slam it. Go ahead and make a attack for it.
Okay. That is a 13 to hit.
13.
Is this the next day from the cow, by the way?
Yes. It's actually been 2 days.
Okay, isn't it? Okay.
Speaking
Wait, does
of
that
which,
mean me and
that
Brutus-
means y'all's points of exhaustion have finally dissipated.
Oh,
Yay!
Alright.
We're active soldiers again.
Yay!
This means you'll probably leave.
No.
Your shot from the weapon sails just over the ship and splashes down on the other side. You see a couple individuals begin running about on the deck, and they are now buzzing about into a flurry of movement.
Alright.
Are
Can I
there?
take the second shot?
Yeah. Are there more people on?
Alright.
Can we tell if there's more people on deck now than there were?
Not yet.
I mean, if I send Nixie over there, I ain't tell her to come back. She can telepathically communicate with me.
Right. She hasn't seen anybody come out yet.
Okay.
Alright.
So yeah, you take the next shot. It's a +5 to hit.
5. Oops. That was an unintentional roll. I'm gonna use luck, because that was a 3.
Your luck should be replenished by now.
Yeah, it should. That's another 3, so I'm gonna use another luck.
You can't. I actually checked. You can't double up on luck. You can only. use
Ah,
one.
okay. So I rolled 2 3s in a row, plus 5. Yeah, it's not gonna hit.
Yep. Another one
Shit.
sails past. At this point, you see the kind of ropes that have been holding the two boats together have been pulled up, and the solar vessel is pulling away. You've probably passed them in the westward direction by about 300 feet at this point, but it seems like they're setting loose to try and make some kind of pursuit.
I mean, the mangonel's in the back, right? So we can still keep firing, right?
You could, yes.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna take this next shot.
I'm gonna
His
take
eyes
the next
clearly
shot.
fucked
I
up.
say, let me show you how it's done.
Fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
First I'll just
plus
say,
5
like,
to hit?
taking
Yep,
turns,
plus
we're not
5 to
gonna
hit.
Yep.
Alright.
Nat 20, nat 20.
lie. If only. No.
That's 9.
Oh my god, we suck!
Nice.
Another one flies past them. This is the third shot that is missed. They
Dear
are
God.
confidently pursuing you, though it doesn't appear either ship is within ballista range yet.
This is a terrible idea. Move aside.
I'm gonna nod. I'm gonna
I
nod
swear-
over to Artemis. You do very good last time. You do it.
I'm gonna
Well,
let
Brovik's
Brovik.
walking up to get into place.
I'm
Let's
just
let
gonna
Brovik
like.
have one shot, and then if that doesn't
Okay,
work...
that's fair. That's fair.
I'm just gonna
Artemis
hold my
gets
hands
captain.
up and back up and let Brovik walk past me. I ain't getting in his way.
He's very angry.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
I'll
also
take my
this
turn.
boat.
Said it's a +5.
He hates
Yeah.
us, dude. He hates us.
Master 20!
Yes!
Oh shit.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
That's the damage.
That's 5d10.
Times 2? Oh my god.
Dude, times
I-
2. Oh shit.
What you said, 5d10?
5d10.
Yes, 5d10, then double it.
I'm gonna need a few more dice.
I can roll some for you if you don't have enough. How many d10s do
No,
you
I
have?
just didn't prepare. I just didn't. I definitely
Oh,
have
okay.
enough dice. I didn't prepare to use this thing.
Okay. Just making sure.
Prepare to use Bane and cut some shit, that's it.
3, 4. One more. There we go. Alright, 5d10. Do I add anything? Or is it just 5d10 and then double?
5d10, then double it. You don't add any.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Oh boy.
That's either really good or really bad.
All tens. All tens.
No.
Give us good news. Give us good news, because we've been fucking failing.
8, 6, 8, 10. 41 points of damage.
Yo.
Eh,
Is that
alright.
all?
Yeah, it's not the best, but it's something.
That's You
Is that
mean
double?
5d10 max 50? It's fantastic.
Dude,
Yeah.
did you double it from the critical hit?
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Oh shit! Oh
Yes.
dude!
82.
Nice.
82 points of damage.
That's
Oh.
damage.
Holy cow.
Oh my god!
That's
Brovik
damage.
just showed us up
Quick math.
hard!
Dude, he fucking crushed us.
Dear God!
Did he have
I'm a
fun? Did he have fun doing it?
I
Maybe a
mean, let's see John's description of what happens. to
Let's
this
see
poor
what
vessel.
happens.
The fourth shot from this essentially a mini catapult shot. After the last couple, the two ships, it seems, have about the same general speed, and so they're kind of locked in this constant speed westward. The last three have gone flying past the other ship, and you can now see several sailors at the front of the solar vessel just generally shouting and jeering at you as they are apparently rearing and ready to go and not at all intimidated. When suddenly there's just a flying... a large rock slams through the front of the deck exactly where they're standing, plummets down, there's a large hole there, and appears to make its way through 3 more decks before exiting the bottom of the boat.
You just put a rock-sized hole in that
It
chest!
doesn't appear to be sinking, but at this point they begin tapering off their pursuit of you.
Nice.
Please tell me the whole
Okay,
crew saw
Brutus
that.
is gonna slip his hands underneath Rovik's like armpits, and he's gonna pull him up into the air and just go, "Yes!"
Yes.
Clap.
Oh,
I'm clapping.
Like, motion towards the sky and say, "That was probably a war crime."
Yes.
Brutus replies with, "I love war crime."
Damn. You rolled almost max damage, dude.
That was
I
amazing.
know.
Fucking cool.
That was amazing.
Oh my god.
They just got hit by a meteor.
Yeah.
What is with us in like
that was
good
pretty
and
much
bad
it,
and good
yeah.
and bad? We're just going back and forth. It's a gamble, literally.
All right, Artemis has got her arms crossed. She is nodding. She liked that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Brovik is gonna look down at Artemis and wink.
I just
She-
take my double birds out and say, "Fuck you, bitches."
So what's the plan now, Captain?
Continue.
Yep, continue. She's gonna gesture onwards to the west.
It's just a small pit stop. We're just
So
kinda
we were just being
hit
assholes?
Alright.
We are.
I'll go ahead and say, for the sake, just for the sake of this, you will learn through Ratline later today that Artemis really, really hates the Empire.
Nice. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna make it so much more bittersweet when you leave.
So,
I'm it.
Alright. After that interesting circumstance, let's go to another person's laundry list of things to do.
Does anyone else have something to do?
I got nothing.
Artemis is just gonna be doing some drills and training, and she's gonna be... She's not there yet, but she's practicing some movements and techniques that y'all haven't really seen. As if she's trying to manipulate something. You can tell she's new to this.
How she's on to something when, as this weird set of forms she takes to go through, at least every morning.
Mm-hmm. So,
Every once in a while, as the latter days are going by, you look over, and it's almost like directly above a road on a very hot day. It's just a weird ripple that shouldn't be there.
Ooh. Fancy.
That's weird. I'm gonna walk towards it.
That sounds like Bruce's motto. Weird. I'm gonna walk towards it.
another one of his famous walks.
I'm just trying to see like what's causing it because I'm like, what is that?
As he approaches, Artemis stops.
Immediately do that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cannot. You keep breaking up really
Yeah,
badly.
your mic has
Yeah.
been like really bad this whole game.
That's
Yeah, it
really
hasn't been
weird.
breaking
Hold on,
up,
wait,
it's
wait,
just
wait.
been muffled.
Yeah,
you-
it's been really muffled.
You know
I-
what?
I-
I
Yeah,
think I
maybe
know
you
what
do
it
need
is.
to.
I was guessing at what you said there
Yeah.
and crossing my fingers that I heard you correctly.
How's this?
That's much better.
Better? Better.
Much better. Yeah.
All right. I think I have my mic turned down too much.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, as soon as you kind of finish up that particular form, the effect ends.
So I imagine myself looking up at the sky, and then it suddenly ends.
Well, it's not in the sky. It's
start
like
looking.
all around her.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like up in the sky. It was.
Yeah, sorry, I may have been a little muffled there, but essentially,
No,
while
yeah,
he's
fine.
performing these various techniques, the whole space around her has that rippling effect, such as seen on a hot day.
He kind of points at you, and he's like, "You do?"
She shrugs and gives a very hesitant nod as she's like putting her cape and stuff back on.
That catches his attention. He's gonna sort of walk up to you and like, I don't know, what would the word be? He sort of positions himself across from you, and he takes a defensive stance. He's basically making an invitation to spar.
Boy.
She's gonna pat you on the shoulder and then she's gonna walk up to the captain's deck.
Oof.
Damn.
Rejected.
Bruce just got stood up by Artemis. That's awesome.
Destroyed.
Oh well. Is that all you're gonna do?
Yo, she ain't biting. I'm done
At
now.
some, yeah, I just remembered. At some point, I remember that Becker said that he was looking to maybe get that map away in a friendly game of dice, and I
Ooh.
was interested in that.
All right, we
Very
can come
much.
back to that. Brutus,
All
did
right.
you have something you wanted to do?
I have two things I want to do. First, I kind of want to find a place where I can have a decent amount of space for myself, maybe when I'm not too busy, and I just want to grab a piece of paper and some kind of writing utensil. And I'm going to try and write down everything that I remember from my past life.
Okay. Make an intelligence check for me.
And it begins with Dear Demonomicon.
Oh boy.
Yes. Dear Demonomicon.
Oh god damn it. So -1, that would be a 3.
It's very strange. It's like you remember things about the abyss. You remember creatures. You remember landmarks. You remember how the abyss works. You know what various objects are. The blank is only about yourself. It's really where it comes to your own past. That's where you're having issues. You remember some things, a couple faces, a couple names, some flashes of places, maybe, but it's still really fragmented.
Okay, I'd like to sort of imagine myself as sitting there with like a blank paper in front of me, somewhat blank at least, and like my hands running through my hair. It looks like I'm stressed and I'm just kind of like frustrated because it's something that matters to me a lot, and I'm not remembering it. So at some point, I'm just gonna get up, crumple that piece of paper, and just throw it in the ocean.
Do any of us ever see this?
You.
I'm not trying to be like super secretive about it. Like if you're passing by, you would probably see it.
Yeah, you could see it.
All right. Okay, interesting.
Brovik especially might take notice of Brutus sitting off by himself quietly, which is not often the case.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might
Yeah.
I might hop in there.
Yeah, I might too. I'm about to make a decision that I'm not sure if I should make yet.
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't like important decisions. They scare me. Brutus.
Nah, never mind. I'll keep that. I'll keep that to myself.
Okay. He kind of grunts in acknowledgement that you're there, but he's not really taking his eyes off the paper.
That's literate. Why'd you do... What was that?
You cut out a little. Was that?
Sorry, my mic's bugging out. What was that you threw in the sea there?
Just a piece of paper.
And why did you throw it in the sea?
Kind of leans against the railing of the boats, thinking of what to say. I was trying to remember things about Abyss and about myself, but... And he just kind of shrugs, not really bothering to finish the sentence.
Luck.
That?
No luck?
He shakes his head.
I'll get there one day. And I'll pat him on the shoulder and head back to my dorm. Room.
I acknowledge the pat. Actually, he's gonna call you back. Smart man.
Aye?
And now he's actually turned to you because he wants to address you. He's gonna say, "What will you do? Will you stay on ship forever, or?"
Kinda looks down at his feet. If, I've been trying to decide what I'm going to do.
Is that all he says?
Looks like he wants to say something. Can't seem to find the words for it.
I'm gonna roll insight. Not too bad, that's 15.
Alright, what are you trying to know?
I'm trying to figure out, like, can I... You're not usually this quiet, so I'm trying to figure out if you're, like, keeping something to yourself at the moment.
I suppose he would be keeping something to himself because he doesn't think you know that he's thinking about leaving.
Mm-hmm. Squints at you, you know, like that kind of side glare you give to someone.
Yeah,
Yeah. What is on mind?
Brutus, you remember I told you that I ran away from my past.
He nods.
Afterwards, I said I thought I'd do it again. Thinking about leaving the ship and the crew.
His eyes widen for a bit, but he kind of quickly regains his composure and taps his finger on the railing for a bit. I tell you what. Brutus is gonna reach for his newer deep platinum necklace and he's gonna pull it off of himself. And he's gonna hand it to you.
Wait, the necklace of being famous?
Yeah? And he says, if you leave, you take this.
Oh. Through this, you don't have to give me anything.
Your friend.
Kind of gets a little tear in his eye. You are too, big guy.
Puts it back around his neck, and he looks down a little bit, but he says, if you leave, tell me, and come for necklace.
Alright, Brutus.
He just kind of gave you a bit of a hesitant nod and walk away.
I'm gonna stand there for like 4 more hours, staring at the sea, thinking to myself.
All right. And we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break there.
Ah!
Am I depressing?
Emotions, feelings. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, that. Okay.
Not the necklace of being famous.
I mean,
Weeze's homies.
Weeze's homies.
I'm gonna go get myself some potato crunchies
Understandable.
because
I'm
I
gonna go
want.
grab more puppy chow.
Because I. Oh wait, puppy chow. That stuff. That sounds good.
What?
Have you
Fuck, did I
never?
just-
Have you never eaten puppy chow?
You're eating dog food.
All right, sure. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good when it's prepared right.
But you're eating dog food.
I returned with my puppy
Or
chow.
am I missing something? Are you just calling it puppy chow?
Eh?
He went, fuck. Stay with me. He knows. He's torturing me with all of his weird words, dude.
What's happening?
Huh?
What's happening?
I don't know.
You're having some real hearing
issues.
issues tonight.
Oh, I just don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, like a fucking king. He just said that he was gonna go get puppy chow or something. I was like, "Why are you eating dog food?" And he's like, "It's not dog food." And he's like, "What?" And then he just
Oh,
went
no,
quiet.
I
He
went
just
to
fucking
grab
left, and
puppy
he's
chow.
leaving me in suspense. Why the fuck are you eating
I
dog
went
food?
to grab puppy chow. It's not dog food.
Then what is it?
You don't know what puppy chow is?
No.
I'm back.
Chow is technically.
You don't know. Puppy chow is amazing.
You fucking.
Isn't that the like Chex Mix stuff with the frosted sugar?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
was so hard?
And chocolate.
Don't worry about it. I was confused on what it was before too.
A rice suck now. Puppy chow. Okay. Oh yeah,
It's
that
like a
does
rice
look like
sock.
dog
Puppy
food.
chow is also. No, what? What are you feeding your dog?
Yes. Never mind. Well, what I was saying is I can see why it's called puppy chow now. Is that better? Does that make me seem like a psychopath?
I still don't like you.
Well, I don't like you either. I like your character. I don't like you.
I don't like you.
You're making real weird. Don't talk to me.
That's it. I'm committing another meteor is coming down on you.
A second war crime.
The Rumheart meteor.
Huh, that sounds like a good bar name.
Dude. No. That's what
Oh,
we should
God.
call our technique for throwing you.
What?
Hey, you don't get to throw him. He's too
Nobody
fast.
tosses a
You don't
door.
get to stop me. You don't get to stop me.
I'll stab you in the ass again.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, that really.
It really came out of nowhere.
Kinda. But look, listen.
He saw a man streaking.
Nudists, mate.
He stabbed the ass because it amused himself, and then it turned out to be Brutus because he wasn't paying attention.
Took like a third of my health. No, more. You took like half my health with that fucking swift stab to the.
The swift ass stab. Ancient family technique.
That has been passed down the Rumheart family for generation.
Yo, what's Rich Brovik's name again?
Bro Rich.
Bro rich.
That was so stupid.
That's why it's the best. Fuck, I ruined my dice cutter.
Can't really hear you.
Thanks.
I
Is that
think you
better?
just have to master the art of eating your microphone while you talk to it. Yep, heard that.
Oh, I like those ears.
Sorry.
We edit it so that we go to break. It cuts out everything except that. So that just comes in like a jump scare. Then it just cuts right back to it.
I mean, that's what you did.
you
Keep
did.
the idea in mind.
That was like my favorite part of the episode.
We have had a lot of interesting hearing issues. Can you hear me clearly now?
Plane is going over my house right now.
John, I only have one pair of ears for my whole life. Fuck you.
What?
We've come to the conclusion that John is just masochistic. He likes torturing us in and out of game. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong word.
I
I
think
meant
that's a
sadistic.
sadist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sadist.
wrong word.
Masochists are people that like hearing themselves for pain and pleasure.
Yeah, I do not like that.
Yes, that dog food. Ugh.
Puppy chow is so good when it's made right.
You tortured me. You tortured me with the fucking torture of not knowing.
Well, I mean, your ignorance is not my fault. Well, I guess it is, because I could have told you. I could have told you.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It is totally my fault.
It's gonna
Actually.
stay with you. It's gonna
gonna-
stay with you for your
Oh.
whole life.
Nah, I'm already over it, man. Tell you what, I'm not over is these M&Ms and that I'm eating with chopsticks.
How does that work?
You picked it
You
up.
take
you
a
pick it
chop-
up.
Yeah.
You pick it up.
Isn't that hard?
You pick it up and you put it in your mouth.
Chopstick.
I never learned how to use chopsticks. Shut the fuck up.
Coward.
I've wanted
know what?
to,
Like,
and I have like a vague
Yeah,
idea,
like-
but like, we don't know where to get chopsticks in our area. We try and get them from restaurants, but we can never remember it.
Just order some plastic ones.
I remember when I was younger, I used to try and use straws as chopsticks.
Oh, I've done that at a pinch before. It works terrible.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, go to Lowe's and
Is
get some
everyone here?
dowels. Yeah, I'm here.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just getting some last minute stuff set up.
I'm also eating chips with
We
the
have important
chopsticks.
things to talk about, Comet.
Yes, of course.
Oh, Henry, was your food good?
Yes, it was.
Damn, I have Hamilton songs stuck in my head for some reason.
That's
No.
terrible. That's terrible.
I know it is.
That's immoral. That's
I
unethical.
like.
It's
You
not
just-
my fault that they're
I was
catchy.
stuck in my
not.
classmate's car to go get lunch today, and I swear the music they listened to sounds like it was produced in a dumpster fire.
You do dumpsters a discredit with that analogy.
I like how you two just instantly assaulted him as soon as he mentioned Hamilton.
Yeah, they're not a fan. Am I forgetting this, or one of you a real big hater of Beyonce?
Yes.
I mean,
I
not
thought
to
it
my
was you.
knowledge, but also I don't really
I thought
like
it was
her.
you, King. I was
It
like,
is.
I know someone in this group really hates Beyonce, and I think it may be King.
Beyonce.
Is that a staple that I missed?
Or
Beyonce is just skinny Oprah.
Oof.
Don't insult Beyonce like that.
No,
you
I
dare
am.
compare Beyonce to Oprah.
I am. They are pretty much the same human
He's
being.
actually got you there.
They're both the terrible, horrible side of a single ugly coin.
It's like comparing Stalin to Hitler.
All right. On that note,
Keeping that
I
one
think,
in
I think
the
what I'm going
edit.
to do. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump cut to York saying that's like comparing Stalin to Hitler. Okay.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. We're on the sea, we're sailing to
All right.
Odo.
Wow.
Yes, sailing towards Olo. At this point, you're probably hitting 6 days of travel. About halfway there.
Alright.
At one point, the workday comes to an end, and you can see that the various crewmates have gone and gotten their still dry food. You have enough of the dry food rations that your lack of a cook is not yet becoming terrible. Over the last few days of the journey, it may become an issue. But for now, things are functioning fine.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Has the oven been cleared of charred cow yet?
Timothy's been working at it for a
Depends on your
couple days.
definition of cleared. You could put things in there. Still seems like there's a couple of maybe what used to be bones grafted to the inside,
Or are
but
there red bits
it's
still in it?
almost functional. There were no red bits when it was lodged in there. It's all black.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay.
Timothy is, however, getting much closer. Actually, I should probably.
Oh, no.
Well, hey, he's probably going to have it finished by the next morning.
Good.
Nice.
What
Really?
a guy!
At
He
least,
rolled a
Good
natural
job.
20.
Oh!
at least somebody will be able to at least try cooking.
Nice.
I think I have one of the highest wisdoms here, so I'll
At
give it a
one
shot.
point, everyone has gotten their food, and the crew usually divides up. Some stay on the upper decks, some hang around in the lower sleeping quarters, that kind of thing. Well, they all enjoy their various meals. Today, Brutus especially, you're looking around. A couple people, Sandara, Ratline, Dave, are out above decks. You don't see anybody else.
No one else.
The rest of the crew just isn't around.
Excuse me?
Which is funny because we're kind of locked to the vessel.
Hmm. I'm
At
gonna.
least on the upper deck, you're not seeing anybody.
Okay, so like, who's the nearest crew member?
The lower deck.
The nearest one that you can still see would probably be Sandara, who appears to be drunkenly making her way through some crackers.
Is everyone always drunk here?
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm gonna make my way to her. I'm just gonna very gruffly address her. Red hair string, pointy ear lady. Where are other people?
That was a journey.
I've been called worse. I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Where are other weaklings?
I assume they're on the boat? Why?
That's not helpful. I'm just gonna shrug her off and check below deck, see if there's some kind of situation going on, because this is weird.
Alright. You check down in the crew sleeping quarters. Don't see anybody. Go down to the kitchen. You don't see anybody, but you're hearing something now.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's
dear.
like a
From
muffled thumping and a thwacking, and there's a bit of laughter and talking. It's coming out of the cargo hold.
I know exactly
gonna-
what's going on.
I have an idea.
I'm gonna pull out my whip and just have it at the ready. And I'm gonna investigate.
Alright. You slide over a door, and there on the inside is the majority of the crew surrounding what appears to be a charcoal ring that has been drawn on the floor of the cargo hold, centering around the main mast, where what appears to be Barrick, as usual, currently engaged in some type of fisticuffs with Perlin, the Arakakra woman. They are rushing about, attempting to grab each other when you slide open the door, and the whole room just goes silent and turns and looks at you.
I slide the door closed and walk up to them and say,
It sounds like it resumes.
yes, I'm gonna stay here. And the next opportunity I get, I'm gonna join in.
Oh, you're staying on this side of the door? They're staying frozen as long as you're in here. They are all looking at you.
Am I in here? Okay.
No.
I just kind of raise my hands up in a shrugging motion. Why stop?
Hey, big guy, says Perlin. How you doing?
So perfect.
Oh boy.
He's just gonna
It,
put his hand up to his, like, he's gonna emulate Artemis for a second. He's just gonna facepalm. He's gonna say, keep going. I like fight.
maybe that PSA a little bit too seriously.
For a second, Barrett jumps into action and slams his leg up between her legs. She just turns and looks at him, blinks for a moment, then decks him across the face really hard. He kind of goes skittering out of the ring to one side. A couple people exchange gold, but the atmosphere is definitely a little bit subdued.
I do not like this. So,
In the mood.
to liven things up a little bit more, this time I'm gonna join in.
Alright, you step into the ring,
Mm-hmm.
you look about. There's a lot of people looking at you,
Oh.
and you swear you can hear some crickets in the background.
No, no one wants to fight him.
I think Brutus thinks to himself for a moment, what makes people want to fight? And it clicks in his head. He knows. He's gonna reach into his pouch, and I'm gonna really quickly do a percentile roll.
Ah.
What? Oh no! Not another random gold. He's doing another random gold.
Yep. 45 golds. I'm gonna drop it on the ground.
That's a fortune to these people.
Yes, it is.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's a natural 19.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Okay. Let's see.
What's your
here.
bonus to that?
Persuasion would be straight charisma, so that would be 22.
Oh,
Nice. You have +3 charisma?
yep. Because
I'm a handsy
intimidation.
man.
Because intimidation.
That too.
All right. There's a lot of silence, and then eventually steps forward the tan, weather-beaten man of Rattlebones.
Ooh, Rattlebones.
Don't
Yes.
stand a chance. Gonna
He
rattle your
steps
goddamn bones.
forward. He selects what appears to be the equivalent of a. You ever seen one of those things they use to like pull life preservers out of a pool? It's like a very long wooden pole with like a little hoop at the end.
Oh, is it a glaive?
Kind of. It's similar, but he's pulling it out of the boating supplies, and it doesn't look like it's sharp. It doesn't look like it's gonna
He's improvising a
brutally
weapon.
injure you, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Then if he's
This
just
is
gonna
sort
do
of his
that-
non-lethal solution.
Right. So if he's gonna do that, I'm gonna throw my my whip to the side. I'm gonna make sure no one grabs it, because if someone grabs it, I'm gonna fucking beat their asses. And I'm
You
gonna-
look around, and just the place where you throw the whip, there's just like a small pocket of nobody that just surrounds it, like it has its own space.
Good. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna raise my fists.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh,
Whoop
shit.
ass. Whoop
You
ass.
better not lose.
This is gonna be so
Let's
fun.
find
Holy
something
shit,
that
that's
suits
another
the
natural
mood a little
19.
better.
He's moving fast.
Yeah, it's
Let's
just
see.
that's a flat
And
19,
one thing
because
I like
don't
to
have
do
a
for
dex
these
mod.
one-on-one combats is what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna keep rolling initiative each round.
Ah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Remember
Trying
that
to
with
keep
the
things interesting.
what was that
Owlbear.
motherfucker that was tied?
Ooh.
Yeah, the owlbear.
Oog,
The
pug.
bear. Or...
Oh wait,
That's
yeah.
right. Ironically, very close to this same spot. All right, he's gonna roll initiative. Oh, all right, you're definitely going first.
Okay, I'm gonna step forward, and without hesitation, I'm gonna go for like a jab right across the temple, and one sort of like an uppercut, but right to the gut.
Oh yeah, you got 2 attacks now.
Oh, yeah,
I
go
do.
for it.
So that first one would be. I don't have proficiency, right? So it's just flat strength.
No, you had your
All right,
proficiency
what kind of
bonus.
attacks are you making? Unarmed strikes?
Unarmed, yeah, unarmed.
All right.
I think since I'm not a monk,
Pretty
I don't
sure
get.
everybody.
I would say you have proficiency in unarmed strikes. It seems like the kind of thing you would be able to do.
Pretty sure that's a rule that you
Alright.
automatically have proficiency in unarmed strikes.
I'm just
I
gonna
feel like-
say, for the sake of this, go for it.
So that would be an 18 to hit.
18. All right. You kind of put a jab his way, and it grazes the side of his chest as he just tilts to the side.
He dodged it.
His AC is that high.
18's not good enough to hit. Whoa.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll another one. Oh yeah, if the last one didn't hit, this one isn't gonna hit either.
All right. You try and go for an uppercut, and he definitely dodges out of the way. As you do, he attempts to bring the large pole around.
Hold on,
towards
hold on,
your
hold on,
back.
hold on,
That's,
hold on.
okay.
As part of my turn, I'm gonna go into a rage because this seems like it's gonna take a while.
All right.
Does that mean your
You're
fists
very
light on
annoyed by
fire?
not being able to hit.
Yeah, they do.
At that, the ring presses back a little bit more. Everybody is stepping away. Even he seems taken off guard for a minute. But then he brings the pole back around. That's going to be a 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Alright, he has it, let's see. He has it pulled around. He's going to bring it a second time around with his bonus action. That's a 17.
That hits.
Alright. He smacks you across the back of the head for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Have, that would be 3.
And then he steps back.
Okay, so initiative again?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna be a 5.
Perfect.
Alright, while you're a little bit caught off guard from the strike to the back of your head, he's going to try and jab into you at the front end of this pole.
Dude, you cannot lose. You're gonna lose all sense of like
That's
fear
a 13.
on you.
That barely misses.
Alright.
How low is your
He
AC?
jabs into you, but you just take it. He's going to attempt to bonus action just try and kick you off. That one's another 17.
That one, that's it.
Alright, that's another 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Which you have.
So that would be rounded down to 2?
3, I believe. I think it's actually 3 there.
I think as like a general rule of thumb, against players, it's rounded
I
up.
can't.
Or
For some reason, it's not different. It's always rounded either up or down. I just can't remember which one it is.
yeah, I
But for now,
I'd say
we'll
like
just
to keep it a little more
say 3. It's
challenging.
not a huge
Yeah.
deal.
All right, so I'll just roll these 2 attacks
alright,
at once.
go for it. Okay.
So that one would be a 21 to hit and a 27 to hit.
Oh, those both definitely hit.
Dodge this.
Oh hell yeah!
Dodge
So-
this motherfucker.
Both of those would do 4 bludgeoning damage just from the regular fists. Plus 1. No, it would
Okay.
be 5 because it's 4 plus 1. So then you need to roll 2 d4s for the fire damage.
Also rage damage.
Okay, those both are just 1, but each strike gets plus 2, so that would be 6 fire damage as well.
Alright, and is that for
So all
each
in all,
one
that would be-
altogether?
So that would be 2 strikes, 10 bludgeoning, plus the 2 d4s, which both went to 1. So that'd be 3 fire damage for each. So all in all, that would be 10 bludgeoning, 6 fire.
Okay.
God, that's the coolest shit. Just lighting your
As
fists
you-
on fire
as
and
you-
beat the crap out of someone.
As he tries to dodge out of the way of this one, you grab onto him with one of your hands and hold him so he can't move back, and you just smack him in the face, almost like you double tap him in the face twice, and there's a slight searing sound as you hit his face, and he screams a little bit. The whole ring is like, "Ugh," as this. He doesn't sound like he's having a good time.
He's been hit twice.
Yeah.
All right,
I
initiative
see
again.
low HP. Trade off, man.
That is a 12 for me.
Okay, you're up first.
Okay. Gonna roll
John
those
really
2 at the
can't
same
roll
time
it.
again. Okay, the first one is a natural 1.
All right.
The second one would be 23 to hit. I imagine it hits.
Yes, it does. You swing over at his head at
So-
one point and then manage to jab him with one of your knees.
Okay, so that would be 5 flat bludgeoning damage. 3 plus 2. So that would be 5. Yeah, 5 fire damage. So that's 5 bludgeoning, 5 fire.
He gets knocked to the ground. He is not looking good. He's going to take his bonus action to do a second wind.
I wonder what class
He's
is
gonna
it.
need it.
Fighter.
All right.
Not fighting hard enough.
You get 8 hit
You've been
points
hit,
back.
what, once?
Twice.
Or you,
All right.
And
He's
I've only
going
taken
to
6 points.
Yeah.
Make another He's going to make another attack against you with the pole. That's going to be another 12.
Nah.
All right.
This poor
Action
guy.
surge.
Oh!
Another 12.
Oh!
Was that action?
That one's going to be
No, unfortunately.
23 to hit.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that hits.
nice.
All right. That's 8 points of bludgeoning damage as he smacks you with the end of the staff again, and he's going to
Oh.
try and step backwards away from you.
Oh, like opportunity attack wise?
He's going to try and put 5 feet between you and him, but you can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
You know what? I am not going to take that.
All right. He steps back. You have 5 feet, and I believe it's initiative again.
4.
All right. He got a natural one.
Oh god damn.
You still go first.
All right, so what I am gonna do
Oh, guy
now
is rolling
is
terrible.
I'm actually gonna disengage my rage, but I'm still gonna take 2 attacks.
All right.
I think neither of those hits. First one is an 8. The second one would be a 13.
Yep, neither one. You kind of swing over towards him, but, well, that's actually still 5 feet between you, but you kind of step back up into him. Take a couple swings at him, but he's, well, definitely slowed down, trying to get out of the way. If that's it for you, he's going to take the time, come back around with the pole. That one's going to be a 19.
Yep.
All right, this time he brings it around for 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And then bonus action,
Oh.
almost like a Darth Maul style twirl, brings it up around, trying to get you on the shoulder. That's a 15.
Yep, that is.
All right, for another 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn, he's actually kind of tearing into me.
Barbarians without rage.
All right, initiative again.
This is very
got a 4.
intriguing. Oh,
It is.
It is.
Hold on, 1 second. Okay, here we go. That's a 5.
Still go first.
Okay. Or Rattlebones.
that's hilarious.
Okay, the first one
I mean,
is...
it's 45 gold. Even I would go up for that kind of fight.
And you would lose, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, I would lose hard because I do 0 damage with my punches, but still.
There's gotta be a rule against that. Anyways, the first one is a 9. The second one would be... freaking... 23?
All right, the first one you kind of slam into him, and this time you can feel he's wearing some kind of metallic armor underneath his clothes. But the second one, you just uppercut him.
That would be 5 flash because I disengaged rage.
All right, you're no longer doing the fire damage, but you smack into his jaw, and there's definitely a snapping sound with that one.
Ooh.
He is bleeding profusely
And of course,
from
the
the face now.
medic is drunk.
As a free action, I am going to say... You may step out now. If you keep fighting, I will not hesitate to keep striking.
He's gonna take the pole, stand it next to him up in like a guard formation, and bow before stepping backwards. Dude had like 5 hit points left.
Oh.
Oh!
If I had landed one more hit, he would have been out.
Oh yeah, pretty much. This was an
Now,
interesting display of
Do I
power.
know kind of
I
how
didn't realize
betting
how many
works?
of
I'm-
his.
I'm-
Oh yeah, go for it.
Did anyone bet during that?
No one else actually
Yeah, did anyone,
bet on
like,
it.
bet
They were
for or
just
against me?
watching enraptured.
This is why we're the leaders of this group.
These simpletons just watched that.
Do I? I'm
You
I'm
can
like
tell
almost sure
they
we
were
have
all very
something of.
hesitant to fight Brutus in the first place, and then they watched Brutus burn this dude's face. So they are very much in fear.
God damn, it's like Blackbeard. They fear me.
I did give a PSA
like-
when we got these crew members that, hey, look out for Brutus.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm like almost certain we have
got
some kind
one.
of bedding in the abyss.
Probably, it was honestly, probably what ended up happening in the Abyss was basically Legolas and Gimli, but with money writing on it. Like, if you got the most devils that day, probably took some kind of thought.
They had money.
Well, probably not the kind of money we have.
Yeah, not
Anyways.
gold pieces.
So I kind of don't understand like what they're doing. Like they didn't bet or anything. So I'm just gonna step out. I leave the gold on the floor. I don't really care.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back towards the sliding door. I'm gonna turn back to them. I'm gonna say, I not say anything about this. But next time I come, do not stop. And I'm gonna slide the door closed behind me.
Alright.
You forgot your whip.
As you're heading your way out.
No. I'm gonna slam the door back open. I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna go.
As you're sliding the door open, you can see a halfling woman on the younger side appears to have tried to go for the bag of gold, and Perlin has just slapped her on. She's like, "Nope, we're letting Rattlebones have that." He earned it.
Yeah.
He did.
Rattlebones got fucked up.
Poor guy's a
did.
third level fighter. I didn't realize how many of his abilities relied on having allies around him, though.
He held his own really good.
He
Yeah.
did actually like tear into me a little bit as soon as I dropped my rage.
That half damage, man, that's the reason you're our tank.
Yeah. All right, so
Alright.
I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna say anything about this.
Okay.
We never know this happens.
Not yet, nope. Alright, that was the 6th day of travel. Got 8 more. Jimothy is going to have the food situation, at least the oven part, rectified by the next day.
Nice.
Do you have any? You probably have
Nice.
enough dry rations to last about 3 more days, but nothing for the last 3 days. So, what are your current plans regarding that particular food source? You are, at this point, I should note, getting quite a bit closer, and you've started getting closer to the Devil's Laughter territory. Hold on. Starting the edge should be fine.
Is it visible or?
So here's the interesting thing. You've sailed in this region before. The Devil's Laughter is not. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. It's not really visible. It's a marked region. Except that for the last month or so, it's at this point probably about 2 months. It's been emanating a pretty heavy fog, and so you can kind of see almost like a solid embankment off to the north.
Oh, so kind of
Just
like
kind of sitting there.
kind of like in the first How to Train Your Dragon movie. Like it's just a wall of fog.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, that's.
Has the
ominous.
Devil's Laughter grown at all?
Oh god.
It could have. You don't have a great way of
All
measuring
right.
it.
Well, hey, we picked up a couple of fishing rods when we were at Brigady Squibs, didn't we?
Yeah, and
I mean, we can.
Yeah, that would be reasonable.
Maybe we could take a couple of those and ask a couple of the crew like that. Maybe like a couple of things, and if we can ask them to do
Yeah.
some fishing.
I'm gonna let one of the boats down and tow it behind us, and fish out of that.
Okay.
And Artemis is gonna do that personally because she really likes fishing.
I got.
All right. Who are you giving control of the helm to while you fish?
Unless Robin wanted to come, I'll say Robin.
I mean, I don't really got anything else to do. I'm pretty much the only thing I need to do food-wise until we start running out of food is I crate destroy water.
I will
All
say,
right, you're still creating
Well,
water
yeah,
each
pretty
day.
much.
because
Some of the best tasting fresh water the crew's had in quite some time.
I provide.
I'm going to say this. Brutus is dumb, and he can't help that. Jimothy could have figured out that that was a bad idea, so I'm going to make him sit in that little boat all alone with me for hours and fish.
Oh.
Just make me a general intimidation check.
Oh, okay.
That's your negative stat, isn't it?
Oh dear. Well, that is my negative stat, but I rolled a 19.
Oh, shit.
So that's an 18.
All right.
Poor child.
As you're out there for a while, he tries to strike up a conversation a couple times. Like, it's awkward. Like, he knows you can't talk, but he's not entirely sure how to handle the situation. He's just
He wants to fill the silence.
So,
That's amazing.
that's some crazy fog over there.
She
you
just
think
keeps
the
staring.
Fish are fine around here?
Artemis is just staring at where her line enters the water.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna keep fishing.
At one point, about halfway through all this, she just snaps her head and just stares at him for a minute,
Stand stock still.
and then
Jesus.
slowly reaches up and just kind of unclasps her cape and lets it fall into the bottom of the boat, and then goes back to fishing.
He. There's a small stain in his trousers, but he's making it.
Do I notice it?
Achievement unlocked.
Bring him.
Do I notice the
Keep
stain?
it unlocked. You made a child wet himself.
Did I notice that he did?
I say a child. He'd be like 2 years younger than me. You would notice that, yes.
I'm gonna just slowly turn my head and just look. And wait for him to look at me. And I'm gonna slowly look up and look him in the eye. I'm gonna shake my head very slowly, like twice. And then I'm gonna go back to fishing.
You turn back to the fishing, and then there's just a subtle sploosh. And he begins swimming his way back towards the gamble, just not having it anymore.
Oh no.
That one!
He can't handle it. He-
You
yeah.
made a 15-year-old jump out near the devil's laughter. I mean, that
Artemis-
deserves some claps.
Artemis is a little
There's
bit
some
surprised.
various he's not. He's at the moment between the two of you and the devil's laughter. You gather he's probably more scared of you. Although he's making his way back towards the gamble. He's not like swimming out into open sea or anything.
That guy's not at least dumb.
Guys, I think Artemis is scarier than Brutus, actually.
Yeah.
The skull mask worked wonders.
Yeah.
Well,
I must
Especially,
take
I like to
notes.
imagine there's just a little bit of like black paint around the eyes under the mask, so when you gaze into them, there's just like a void.
there may or may not be.
All right,
Once he swims back, which catches her off guard a little bit, she just kind of watches him in surprise. And she shrugs and goes back to fishing.
all right. You managed to catch a pretty good number of fish, actually, and begin preparing them.
Quick question.
Well, you don't begin preparing them, but you're able to bring enough back to prepare a pretty good meal. Should someone have the expertise to do so?
Was Jimothy at the fight ring as well?
Jimothy was not at the fight ring.
Huh, okay.
It seems no one bothered to tell him about it.
Poor kid.
He's a,
Of course,
he
he
was
was
15.
he was busy.
He's 15. I don't think they wanted him to... Oh yeah, he was busy, yeah.
Yeah, he was chiseling out.
Yeah, he
the-
was busy cleaning out the oven.
No, chiseling.
Chisel the Cow is the name of my new indie band.
Chiseling.
Okay. I'm posting that on the no context D&D quote. Chiseling the cow out of the oven.
That's amazing.
It sounds awkwardly profound, but the meaning is so not.
The meaning just escapes you.
All right.
Shakespearean quotes. Modern.
You're hitting the point where you have about 6 days of travel left. And... oh, let me check something here real fast. The sun does begin to set, kind of signaling the end of this work day in particular. A couple of you are remaining on deck while the crew begins going to get their dry rations and get a little bit of the water Robin's been producing and
I mean, now
spread
that
out
I'm at
to their
third
various
level,
locations.
now
Yeah.
I'm at third level, it's 10 gallons and then
It's a lot of
additional 10
water.
gallons. It's a lot of water. 30 gallons. I don't need to.
It's a lot of water.
It's an
It's not like it's
unnecessary
being heavily rationed. They just are getting some.
Yeah.
As usual, Artemis and Ratline and some of you and Brovik, how do you usually spend the sunset moments?
Sometimes I'll go hang with the homies. Sometimes, if depending on the day, I'll just hang out on my own. Or if I'm really drunk, I'll be passed out in my room.
All right.
I feel like you're forgetting someone important. Porky.
Oh, Porky's just assumed to be there at this point.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Porky is with him doing all of these activities. It's quite fun.
Mhm.
All right. So the gamble is proceeding directly westward into the setting sun. It's quite beautiful, actually. And as the ship begins leaving out, those of you who are on deck, especially the higher decks, the captain's deck and the other raised deck at the front, for a second, you see a ship. Just kind of comes into view and sails across the setting sun. You can see the glaring light behind it makes the details of the ship kind of difficult to make out, but its lines you can see are similar to those of almost like a whaling ship that rides fairly low in the water. And then as the last light of the sunset is kind of disappearing below the horizon, you can see that the ship in the distance has also just dropped from sight as you're kind of approaching twilight.
Was it sailing towards the Devil's Laughter?
Yeah, that's my question.
Or
Actually, it was sailing southward.
Which near Besmar's throne?
Well, it was sailing south, you could say. It was
In that direction.
that direction.
Does it exit awkwardly, or does it seem normal? Hey, it's kind of gotten out of view now that it's darker.
It's just interesting. It's like as soon as it gets dark, it's like it was there. It's not anymore.
How far away was it?
Could be it's just too dark to see. You're not entirely certain. You're not even entirely certain how far away it was because it was kind of imprinted on the sun as it set, making it kind of hard to see.
I mean, I can try and send out Nixie, but I'm not. Yeah, I guess I'll ask Nixie to go out a little bit until she sees anything, or if she sees anything.
Make an investigation check for her.
Nixie, I gotta grab her stats.
why don't you just have her stats?
I should get just a
Oof.
stat card for her. I'm gonna do that after this game. I'm gonna grab a stat card. That's a Garistro. That's a Marlith. That's a Quasit.
Ah, here she is, Tarask.
Investigation. That would just be her straight intelligence because she does not have an investigation. So I shall just roll my normal. This is gonna be a straight die. Can I use luck on Nixie or no?
It's a little sketchy, but I'll allow it for now.
Alright.
It's yours. Yeah.
Well, that was worse. 9.
All right.
9.
She goes out for a while and kind of canvasses the area, but she doesn't see a ship.
Alright, bring her back. Ask her to bring back I mean, I don't like. I mean, of course I like, but I go up to Artemis and I'm like, maybe we should just keep a couple extra people out on deck for the night shift, just in case.
She's just kind of leaning over the rail when you find her and looking out to sea. She just kind of nods.
Alright, I'll ask a couple people to stay out extra. You know what? I'm gonna stay out on one of the shifts too.
Ooh.
Okay.
Artemis will kind of shrug and she will join him during that shift.
Alright.
All right, and that's how you're spending part of the night, I guess.
When we're...
Yes.
I was gonna go into small talk while we're waiting, but if you need
Go
to move
for it.
on to something. As we're kind of, on that shift, I guess, and we're kind of looking into the darkness, I'm like, so, you've been to Olo before, right, you said?
She nods in affirmation.
Is the whole deal with Avamir Sornash like an actual, like, is he really, rawr?
She's gonna nod again a little bit.
Yikes.
If you can nod darkly, she does.
Yeah. Pretty cutthroat from what I've heard. I haven't been to the place, but I think my father was a long time ago. I don't know. He told me some weird stories. But, on a scale of, Blank's Landing was pretty friendly for a pirate city, and I'd give that, a 7, maybe 8. How would you rank Olo in terms of, approachability, I guess?
Let's see. Artemis is going to hold up 2 fingers.
If we stay there, let's try and not stay there for too long. Either we're gonna get a job and get out, or we're heading straight to the Dread Isle. Of which, looking back over that thing, I don't know, it's just interesting. It's I don't know what I'm trying to think. I mean, there's treasure there, of course we're going to get there, but it's there's something a little bit deeper that we could find there. Mysteries, maybe. Kind of a long shot, I guess, but... yeah, I guess I can. Have you ever... I don't expect you to, and I maybe should ask Brovik this, but have you ever heard of someone named Ahm? A-H-M? Ahm?
You can roll a history check.
All right.
Or an arcana check, your choice.
Okay. History or Arcana? That's an 8. Meh.
Name doesn't ring a bell.
She
I'll give it a
shakes
shot.
her head. Yeah.
Maybe we can ask Brovik later. Picked a book up while we were in Plank's Landing, and just the name kind of struck me a little bit.
She's gonna look at you inquisitively.
Yeah, I mean... I thought it would be nice to do a little bit of reading. Because, I don't know, I got bored, and I... kind of looks at you, just kind of hard to read emotion on that mask. Something ominous, but also kind of understanding about it, where he can kind of get you, but it's hard to, and he thinks about it real hard. Well, you're the captain. I guess you should know what's going on this ship. So, did I ever tell you what the whole deal with my thing is? My, yeah,
Artemis
magic,
holds her.
I guess.
Yeah, Artemis holds her hand up and kind of like wiggles it.
Is it like a no?
Like you were struggling to come up with magic, and
Yeah, magic.
yeah, she shakes her
Yeah.
head.
Kind of like a 50-50 type of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, no.
Think of like sparkles.
Brovik told me a while back that God, why am I complaining? I don't know. That there are all different types of magic casters. There are wizards who learn their magic. There are some people who are like Sandara who get their magic through the divine. There are people that are born and blessed with magic. And then there are a few people that get their magic from, let's just call it the shortcut way. And apparently I'm one of these people. And before I joined your crew, this crew, all of this happened. Me and my father were in a bad storm, and I fell off deck. I remember faintly whispers, sort of blue eyes, and I woke up on the beach, and ever since then I could do magic. And only very recently has this stuff started to sprout, and it's so confusing on so many levels. Nixie, why she came here to help me, and why I've been given these powers. Why did whatever it did do it to me? And then recently, when we were going into Plank's Landing, I was told by Nixie, but not Nixie, to find a book. And I'm gonna assume I have the book on me, and I pull it out, and it's in all abyssal, so you probably can't read it.
It's a big black leather-bound tome.
Can I
I
kind of
found
reach
this.
over and take it?
Yeah, you can take it.
Well, I'm going to keep listening to you while I just kind of flip through it.
Yeah, I don't know how or why, but I can read the book if I stare at it for long enough. And the text that I can at least remember the title of the book. It is the I want to get this right because I put it down. the ecology, biology, and sociology of the Baylor species.
I know what a Baylor
don't-
is, right?
Actually, yes, you do.
I'm going to kind of look up.
Yeah, weird, I know. Nixie told me to go find this book, and then also there was a place in the Shackles where they told me to go find. There was 5 platinum in a boot somewhere, and I was just gold to go to the thing, and I paid 4 platinum for the book because the guy that sold me the book, he was this. He was a gnome, but he wasn't quite a gnome. He was weird. Also, he said he came from a place called the Astral Sea, which I have never heard of. It's all very strange. And there's some more stuff. I'm just kind of glossing over it, but the most recent thing that happened is I had a really weird dream that I broke off in sweat. I told you about my father and that ship. I had a dream about we were on that ship again, and I fell off it, and he told me that we couldn't save him, but I needed to find him, and then it turned into Nixie, and then she said I need to find him. And then there was this other presence, and that I needed to find it. See, he's kind of shaking right now. And, I don't know if that means my father's still alive, or if this is a trick. Doesn't feel like a trick so far, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I told you this. It's been a lot that I've been keeping in, and it's, overwhelming. I'm sure it's, well, gibberish to you. I'm sorry. But thank you for listening.
Artemis was watching you fairly closely when you started talking about like the visions and stuff. She's gonna slowly close the book and hand it back over to you.
Thank you.
Does Artemis know what the astral sea is?
You can make a Arcana check.
That's a 5. So, yeah.
Probably haven't gotten that far in your search.
Right. Would I, in my own endeavors towards knowledge, would I have found anything that subject-wise seems similar to what he just described?
You have... There's been a couple of things that sounded a bit like that occasionally. You've never met anyone personally who did something like that, and they always have been slightly different. This is the first time you're hearing about, say, eyes, but a couple of stories like him you've heard of third hand or even fourth hand, but you've never been able to substantiate any of them.
I'm going to pull out my notebook and write, I've heard rumors of things like this.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't learn for myself personally. Brovik told me, because he told me about the different types of magic casters, and he is freaked out by it a lot. But, which honestly isn't very helpful, but you keep a calm composure, and that helps a little bit, for whatever it's worth.
Artemis nods a little bit. She is calm, but she's got a gentle concern going on behind the mask right now. She doesn't really know. Go ahead.
You finished yours real quick.
No, I was just going to say that she doesn't really know what to say. Like, she's always silent, but she's awkwardly silent.
My father always told me that nothing in life is free. There's always a price to pay for something. Even when you steal it, even when you get it as a present, even when they say it's free, there's always something that comes back to get you. And so far, there hasn't been a comeback to get me yet, and that's what's worrying me.
That was deep.
Yeah.
She's gonna write that in her notebook.
You're gonna write what in your notebook? Sorry, you kind of cut out for that one.
She's gonna write, that was deep, and show it to you.
Yeah. My father did always say I was one for dramatics. It did help me, though, when I was trying to get over a deal. But thank you for listening. Not many people care about this kind of stuff. And when they do care, they're usually caring about getting away from these kinds of people. We're those who have a little bit too much on their plate that other people wouldn't want to handle.
Artemis nods and she's gonna scribble in her notebook again and hold it out to you, and you can read it, and it says, I've spent a lot of my life chasing down legends and tragedies like this. And she's just gonna awkwardly kind of pat you on the shoulder.
Thanks.
All right.
You hear faint sobbing in the background as Nixie is witnessing that, and despite all composure, is kind of breaking down a little bit.
When they kind of separate after the conversation, Artemis is gonna be looking up at the moon, thinking about your conversation. She's gonna tap a couple of fingers on the bottom portion of her mask as if she's thinking. She's gonna kind of shake her head, and that's that.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought I'd feel better after that, but I don't.
A little bit of a later start for next morning, thanks to your nighttime shift. Not for Brutus and Brovik, though. You went to sleep at a hearty time, much assisted by some ale. It was quite nice. Approaching 5 days now. The day continues on. A bit of a fog bank begins to roll in.
Oh boy.
It's not nearly as dense as the stuff that kind of makes up the edge of the Devil's Laughter, but it is making things a little bit harder to see, and it's intensifying as the day is going on. Not enough to the point to make navigating difficult yet, though. The crew is getting a little bit antsy. They've been on the ship for a while now, but they're making do. This is one of the longer journeys that has to be taken in the Shackles anyway, and you've only got about 4 days left before you hit Hollow. One point, Brovik. You're making your way down the ladder to go make an ale run, as you often do throughout the day.
Absolutely.
When there's from one of the closets, you just hear a shuffling noise.
I'll stop, sit there, listen for a bit, look around.
The noise continues.
I'll slowly step my way towards the closet.
All right, you creak your way up there. Creak, get a little bit closer and a little bit closer.
When it's within my arm's reach, rip open the door.
You fling it open to find what looks to be one of the crew members, a greasy, tall, thin human male who, last you heard, just went by the name of Fred, is currently stuffing his face full of the crackers that have been set aside for the next couple days.
Boot to the face.
Okay. I'm mad.
Roll a
Motherfucker.
strength or dexterity check, your choice.
What'd you say?
Strength or dex?
Strength or dex, your choice.
Yes, it is.
Oh, dude, I'm
Do I just...
mad.
Okay. Oh. 15?
Oh, you kick him right to the face. There's some blood spurting out. He kind of reels backwards. Ow! Well, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you think you were doing?
I'm inspecting the food. Cooked a sign man supposed to check to make sure there's no worms or anything in it. You know, I'll make sure it's not spoiled.
By any chance, do I witness this?
Would you be in this general area? This is probably like 2 or 3 early afternoonish.
No, I'd probably be up
Like
deck.
off
Never
of the
mind.
kitchen. Okay.
Be up deck.
I think we banned Brutus from the kitchen.
Yeah, we did.
That's true. You probably have trouble keeping him out.
You didn't tell him, so
It probably happened in passing. Shut up.
no. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me.
Conversation you gotta have. But for now, anytime he's made his way towards the kitchen, so far he's been conveniently distracted from doing so.
Yeah.
How many crumbs are on the floor right now, would you say? Like, a lot of crackers worth, or, like, just got started?
It's hard to tell. There isn't a... he could eat a lot of crackers and there wouldn't be an entirely huge difference between the number of crumbs that would probably be on the floor.
How many have you eaten?
I didn't mean anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll reach in
Come here.
into his mouth as he's talking and grab his tongue.
Oh.
Oh, he's just kind of... His arms are wiggling about uselessly.
Then I want to pull out my cutlass. Hold it there. I'll let go for a second. No, I mean not let go. I'll say, how many?
He holds up a hand. Probably about 5 days worth of rations. Not for the whole crew, just him.
Still.
Still a lot.
Brovik's already red face from being a drunkard is now blood red. And I'm gonna... God, really?
This is an intense moment. This is not the time.
This is the worst
the
possible.
shit out of this man.
This is the worst possible time for this heroic music.
I know.
My God. Fucking
probably
elf
gonna
all
go.
over again.
It's. I mean, come on, Freddy.
I wanna start dragging him by his tongue to the upper deck.
Alright, it's a little difficult because there's a ladder involved, but with your grip, you have to put your cutlass away. But with your grip on his tongue, you
Oh, yeah, that's
manage to
fine.
get him to comply and start bringing you up there.
As inefficient and painful as possible.
Okay.
And then I wanna like toss him on the ground and go like I have a bell, right?
Yes, you do. It's the same. Still the same one with the whale and the worms.
We gotta get
Ring-a-ding-ding.
that. We gotta get that mask change, man.
Start ringing the bell. Everybody hears this.
All right.
So as the
I'll
whole
come.
crew, whole Artemis is on the captain's deck. She's gonna kind of step over and observe this odd situation.
Mm-hmm.
Is the whole
He's still
crew
on the
up there?
ground.
He's on the ground, clutching his mouth at the moment. Not like the other entire crew, but at least everyone on the top deck, which is a lot of the crew, are all at least paying attention now.
Alright, I wanna walk over. Step on I wanna like step on him.
Okay.
And speak as loud as I can.
Which is pretty loud.
This is true. It is quite loud. It is louder than he talks during storms, which is somewhat annoying. Say, a member of our crew thought it was fine to help himself 5 days worth of his rations. Just kind of starting to wait for a little bit of an audience.
Oh,
Showmanship.
There were several people who were swabbing the deck, pulling ropes, look out, that kind of thing, and they have all stopped what they're doing and are just watching.
We have rules. You eat your share. What do you have to say for yourself? And I just kick him in the dick.
He
I was
coughs,
waiting for it.
pulls himself up. He's a bloody liar! I caught him picking himself out in the closet, and he's trying to pin it on me!
No one calls friend a liar. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna lift him above my head.
Alright.
I am gonna use a rage, so I'm gonna have advantage.
Okay, he's choking a little bit as his limbs flail about.
I'm just gonna hold him there and stare him right in the eye. You tell truth now.
He's a liar!
I'm gonna choke harder.
Wow, is this guy really
Great
gonna
check.
try? I swear to God, if after this he continues to lie, we gotta get rid of this guy.
This dude's definitely got more nerve than Jimothy.
True.
Oh yeah. John, you said a strength check?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be... Oh no, that might be too high actually.
Oh no.
That's a 22.
Please don't break this poor guy's neck.
If I do, it wasn't...
You get to the point where you can tell you're about to break the dude's neck. And so you have enough knowledge that you could drop him if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll just sort of like keep him on that brink for a few seconds and then drop him. And then
All
I'll
right,
stare
he
him down and
drops
say,
to the ground.
confess.
He is bawling now. I was hungry. He's just a blubbering mess of a man.
That's pathetic.
Oh.
I'm gonna...
God, this guy has been serving us for the past 3 weeks.
Before this, he's been pretty quiet.
Wonder
I
why.
think I can find suitable punishment for you. And I'm gonna cast a spell.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
I want to cast Bestow Curse on him.
Oh, yeah!
Alright.
It.
For an hour, he will feel like he hasn't eaten in years.
Oh!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wow.
It's
Damn, we don't mess around.
it's like he should have starved to death a long time ago, but for some reason he's still alive, and he just is curled up in a fetal position in the middle of the deck, covered in a mixture of tears and blubbering and still bleeding a bit, and it's a mess.
Now you're all quiet. I'll see you in an hour. And I'll walk back to grab some booze.
I will walk with him so we can
Okay.
celebrate a job well done.
Alright.
Several of the crew members get back to work, a couple stepping over him as they proceed to their respective stations. Definitely made a point.
Artemis is gonna come down the steps, kind of like Davy Jones. Thump, thump,
Thump.
thump, thump.
I'll typically stomp just a little bit more, just to create an air of dramatic.
She's gonna walk over to him and just stare down at him with her hands clasped behind her back. Is Ratline nearby?
He's not even in a position to look up at you.
Is Ratline nearby?
Redline is nearby.
She's gonna
Yes.
kind of jerk her head for him to come over.
He quickly scales down.
She's going to sign to him. See to it that no other crew member misses one of their rations due to this man. He will go without his ration for as many days as he ate it for.
Oh, we are fucking cruel.
There is we do
And,
not we do not tolerate theft among comrades. And she's going to walk away. Because
And
that
even as you're translating that to him, he's kind of saying it out loud in such a way to ensure that the rest of the crew gets the gist. And then he actually gives a little bit of a salute before scrambling off to mark that down.
Damn, if the crew
Because-
didn't fear us before, they definitely do now.
Oh, I don't want them to fear, but I mean, the thing is, that's a huge, major offense. That's straight up
Oh, yeah.
That's straight up treason.
We don't want them to fear us, but we want them to fear the consequences of them being assholes.
Exactly.
Right, like most decent seamen in actual history would never do that because I mean, it's a betrayal of everyone's trust of one another.
Also, that could be mass homicide.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah. It could be manslaughter, technically.
Yeah.
Reckless endangerment and whatnot.
So yeah, this dude is not being punished cruelly. He is simply reaping his own actions. He's reaping his reward.
Yeah. He ate 5 days, he's gonna go without food 5 days.
Uh-huh.
Also, an hour of absolute agony.
Oh, and then he...
That one was a little bit too far, but no one's gonna say anything.
And then that fades away, and then he realizes he actually doesn't get to eat for 5 days. Anyways.
He'll feel better.
He'll feel a little bit better.
Now,
Also, his nose is probably broken and Sandara is not bothering.
oh yeah, I imagine the rest of the crew want nothing to do with him now.
Not at all. Alright. Anything else for the rest of this particular day? Probably. This will be, let's see. On the countdown, after this, you have 5 more days.
Alright.
I will do one thing.
Okay?
Kind of after we do our little performance in front of the people on the top deck, I'm gonna go downstairs with Brovik and have a nice drink. And I'm gonna actually ask him something. I want to say, smart man, what is weird fog around ship?
You know what? I'm gonna make a quick roll.
Yeah, make a history check, and you may have a card for that.
Oh no! That's not what I'm rolling for.
Oh, okay.
Are you rolling for soberness?
I'm rolling to see if I mention the word devil.
Oh. Oh.
It's a fair roll. After a devil weed.
We're near the devil's laughter.
He just looks down into his drink. He draws his sword and he puts it on the table just to have it at the ready.
Very smart.
Tell me more.
Well, the devil's laughter, it's notorious. Being extremely dangerous. Very foggy. You go in there, you sink. You die. You're never heard from again. It's the devil's laughter.
He kind of fiddles with his drink and his sword a little bit, thinking about what you're saying. He says, no fight then.
It's not really an entity or a devil. It's just a name, I think.
He kind of looks at the ceiling for a bit, just thinking. He's like, why people keep calling things devil when it's not really devil?
Fair question.
That's a very fair question. Did he ask that?
Yeah, he's asking you.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, I thought he was just saying that. Yeah, go for it.
It's a really good question. I don't know. Guess it's because devils are scary.
He scoffs at that. He's like, huh, no.
Well, imagine if Jimothy saw a devil. Would you think he would be scared, Brutus?
He nods.
Now imagine an entire world full of pitiful weaklings just like him. They're all scared of devils. And that's the bigger picture. And he's gonna lean back like he just said something Shakespearean.
Roll persuasion.
Oh yes, my
I
plus
always,
11.
I always find this aspect of Brutus interesting. The persuasion checks.
I almost got a nat 1.
21. 21.
So that would be insight, so that would be 12. Yeah, you get him. He's like, he kind of leans back as well. And takes this big sip of his drink. And he says, deep.
Like the ocean.
You're gonna say that.
How deep is ocean?
Very deep?
It's accurate.
He kind of, yeah, it is. He leans forward and he kind of asks, as deep as abyss.
Having never taken a vacation there, I have no idea.
Huh. I find out one day.
I really hope you don't.
And that's that.
I'm sorry, but I really hope you don't. That got me.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. Second night, the fog bank has been getting a bit thicker. As it gets closer to evening, visibility is beginning to be reduced to almost only a few yards, and navigation is starting to be a bit more difficult.
So the fog's moving towards us?
It's kind of, not necessarily like towards you specifically, but it's like when you're out sailing, sometimes it gets foggy. It doesn't even necessarily seem like it's coming from the Devil's Laughter. It's
Alright.
just around.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna be a little bit more on edge than normal. I'm gonna ask Issy to scout around a little bit more and just, be generally more on guard.
Yeah, I'm gonna also be a little more on the edge. I'm gonna sleep with my sword drawn.
Living on the edge!
As the sun begins to go down, you do just kind of hear out of the gloom just kind of a clang, 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 clang.
I am
Sounds like a bell.
I am
maybe
probably nude.
rusted. Not while
Oh,
you're
wait, it's not
asleep. This
ours.
is like near about sundown. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
but
is
it's
this
not
our bell?
ours.
Those
Still
of,
nude.
it's not your bell.
Oh.
Sounds like a vaguely rusted ship's bell.
No, it's
Well,
not our bell.
definitely getting up to go see this.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
you
Sword
said
drawn,
this
whip
was
drawn. I'm going out to the deck.
you said this was close to sundown
Yes.
again.
Yes.
Does it sound like a ship? It obviously sounds like a ship bell.
All right, I'm
Suddenly, those of you on the top of the deck, you can see the hulk of a ship begins to loom in the fog off of the port bow. You can see its hull is rotten and stained black with all kinds of age and rot. You see it for a second
Oh no.
before the mists kind of swallow the ship once more, but for a second, you can see the name on its worm-eaten bow, which just reads Death Knell.
Death
Oh,
now?
wait.
death
Oh.
knell.
Fuck.
What? How do you
Ron,
spell
what
the
do I know about
second
the
part
death
of that name?
knell? Can I
K-
make a history roll or something?
Nell is K.
You should have a card for that.
Oh,
Fuck,
but
he has a
rolling
card.
history is fun.
Yes, death knell like the shanty. That
Oh no!
Oh,
I
dude.
always forget we have those.
Okay.
so fun.
Am I familiar with that shanty? I would assume so.
You would be, yes.
Oh, beep. Oh, beep.
Oh, hey, we heard about Old Beard earlier. Ah!
How many times did that bell go off?
It rang twice.
Twice. Ah, ha 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 ha.
I asked.
ha.
I'm assuming both Artemis and Brovik are looking at this like absolutely aghast. I'm like, what? What is it?
Oh yeah.
What's the death knell?
Like
All right.
scareder than I think either of them have ever been.
All right.
I think that's fair to say.
Artemis is just going to start dashing around, trying to getting the crew busy to getting as much speed out of this ship as possible.
Brovik, what the hell is
So this
going
is
on?
gonna. I mean, bad ship. Bad ship.
What's so bad about it? You alright?
Fucking look at it, Robin.
I
And I'm
understand.
just gonna start yelling out commands to get the ship moving, ignoring Robin.
Do I know what the death knell is?
You might have heard the shanty in passing.
And the shanties in chat, right? Sea shanties?
It is.
I'm
To
gonna
the point where it
assist.
probably would take you a minute to make the connection.
Oh, death knell.
I'm gonna
What, Brutus?
assist Brovik in like yelling at all the crewmates and getting them in place. I'm just gonna kind of echo what he's saying
Okay.
because they don't really know what's going on.
All right. Well, once
Right.
once I've got the crew scrambling, I'm going to shove whoever's at the wheel to the side and take it myself.
Is it twilight yet?
It is twilight, yes.
Oh god!
Fuck.
Sun has just gone down.
Guys, baby mode is off! Baby mode is off!
He wasn't kidding, dude. He wasn't kidding.
Oh, okay.
Son.
Artemis is
Oh,
going
fuck.
Artemis, you read it. Artemis is
how's the
going
sky
to
look?
order as many lights to be put on the deck as possible.
Alright, you're putting up lots of ship's lanterns, lighting them all, setting them forth, and you're continuing on straight through the night, heading as far west as possible.
Yep, at maximum
Top speed of the ship is, I think 60 feet every 6 seconds, so you're making quite good time.
Yeah, we're squeezing.
Robin is immediately after he finishes the song in his head helping so much.
Alright. If I could get...
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, let's see. The crew is also flipping out right now. They are freaking. A couple of them know what's going on, and the rest have seen those who know what's going on freaking out and are now sympathetically freaking out.
Amongst all the chaos, is there any opportunity where I can ask Brovik, like, what is going on?
For this, we might find out how deep the ocean is.
How cryptically are you saying that?
I mean,
kinda
did
obvious.
you hear him just say it?
Jorg, that was one heck of a line.
I know,
That
right?
one, yeah.
That was a Pirates of the Caribbean.
Even Brutus
Line
can
right
probably wrap his head around that one.
Okay. If there's any, like, strength-based thing around here, I'm just gonna take control of that.
Alright.
God.
Let's see. If I could get the captain to make a survival check.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'd ask if I could help with this, but I don't think I can.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Okay, thank god.
19.
It's,
19. Alright.
Oh.
You're hitting the point now where it looks like traveling at your current speed
No, I'm coming.
about you're probably looking at about nightfall tomorrow. You'll be at the corner of the Devil's Laughter, so you'll have made a good bit of speed. However, if there's something you want to try and do go faster, this would be the time to work on it.
Well,
I got shit for spells, man.
back in the days of the Royal Navy, there was a trick that they would douse their sails with water to make them denser to garner more speed. I don't know if we could try that.
Ooh. I mean, I do create water at least twice a day, then take on a short rest, so I feel like we've been stocking up on it.
I mean, you could just create water directly on the
I
sails.
can. I want to, but that's also a spell slot, and if we get in a fight, I need that shit.
The goal here is to not get in a fight.
That's fair. I mean, can we already do that with the water that we have?
Yeah, I mean, back in the British Navy didn't have create water spells.
I think that takes time.
How long does it take? How long, Jonathan, would you think this would take? Oh no, he's calculating.
I think you've angered him by calling him Jonathan.
So what? Jorg does it all the time in chat. Shut up.
But that's Jorg.
And he
I
doesn't
get that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Wait.
He got so angry he smited Jorg.
Oh shit.
Now he's back.
It is disturbing how quiet John's being.
Jonathan?
John, I don't think your
John,
microphone is
there,
working.
hello, am I here now?
Yes.
I keep
Oh,
talking.
yes.
I have
Dear
said several things.
Dear
Okay.
God.
Okay, we have not heard you.
All right. So, it might take you like an hour to get it all set up, but you could try and douse the sails to put on a bit more speed.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do that then.
Requires some clever use of ropes and buckets, but with the help of those, a flying fairy and a particularly nimble halfling, you're able to get a good amount of water up there, and it helps once it starts to rain a little bit. Begins to things are getting a little choppier around here. Is there anything else you're doing during this time other than pouring on the speed?
I mean, after that, I'm doing detect magic. Nixie's taking sweeps around to look for things. I mean, I'm doing heavy recon right now.
Okay, she's not getting anything in recon.
But
As far as you can tell, you're all alone out here.
Oh,
Thanks for that.
only freaking Nixie could use what's it called?
As the hours are passing, it's something you're kind of familiar. A lot of times, like a little mini storm will sweep off of the Eye of Abednego and cause things to storm for a weirdly short period of time and a weirdly small period of space, and it kind of seems like you're caught in one of those right now.
I got nothing else, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
going
got
to
nothing
need
else.
I have nothing, yeah.
I'm going to need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw
Oh,
if you're going to
Fuck.
stay up,
Oh,
continue
okay.
working.
I mean, come on.
that's not bad at all. I got 18.
It's not particularly hard. It's just a check.
Yeah, 18.
This,
I've got an 18. Yeah, 18 as well.
Okay.
first luck of the night, or first luck of this time cycle. Constitution? 19.
Brovit, what'd you get?
14.
19.
Okay. So far, you're all fine. So you're definitely, you're getting pretty tired.
Better that than dying.
As the storms continue intensifying and it begins approaching the next day, it's hitting the point now where, as the high winds are sweeping in, the sky itself is a purplish black color. And
Oh no.
even though at night does not seem like it's fallen yet again, you already have to keep your lamps lit because it's so gloomy.
Can any of
the
us take
ship
some?
is. Yes?
I was gonna ask, can any of us take like sleep shifts, like a few hour periods of maybe short rests and stuff to like battle the exhaustion?
You can try, yeah. Try
I
and
feel like-
get in a little bit here and there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Eventually, as the ship begins riding up and down with the swells of the sporadic rain that lashes the deck, the strained clinking of a bell can be heard once again coming over the water. You begin to see a red ship's lantern that just shines out in the darkness as the dark bulk of a derelict whaler. It looms out of the night, off the port bow, about a mile away. You look out
Can
at
we
it.
hear how many times the bell clanks?
It clangs 3 times.
Fuck!
I'm
You
gonna
watch
ready
as
the
the-
mangonel.
Okay. You watch as the ship, it's off the port bow a little bit ahead of you. It passes through a fog cloud. You don't see it anymore.
I
Suddenly there's
yell,
a beam
"All
of
men
red
wanted-"
light that shines upon the front of the ship as you begin to see the bulk of this death knell vessel looming directly towards you in a collision course, front to front.
Oh, I'm spinning that
It's
wheel.
making straight for you.
Turn port side!
Yeah,
And
I'm
that's where we're going to end off for tonight.
okay.
No!
Ended the
No!
recording there.
No!
You weren't kidding when you said you were taking the training wheels off, were you?
Oh no.
Tune in next week where you get to watch all of our beloved characters, whom we all love very, very much, die a horrible, tragic death.